What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another NBA Finals live stream right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we're going to call Game 5 for you guys tonight. And this is a very pivotal game, man. This is a very pivotal game for the Thunder and the Pacers. Whoever wins this game is more than likely to win this series. So we're going to see who wins this game. We will be right back after the intro. Let's get it.
Ricey K, the Raisin Man.
Or just the Giants organization that really put Daniel Jones in the forefront and carried him in that type of light, man, on national TV.
$223. The suspension also opens the door for the Texans to release Al-Shahir after.
Then in 1976, guess who was hired? Atis fans. This is where preference plays the biggest.
But I'm gonna have to knock this down and get the oohs and ahs of Houston.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Sports Network.
All right. Hey, Game 5 of the NBA Finals 2025. Will the Pacers or the Oklahoma City Thunder take advantage of this Game 5 here? We will see, man. Hey, listen, this has been an exciting series so far, man. A lot of comebacks in this series, 3 comebacks in this series to be exact. And we're going to see who wins this pivotal Game 5 here, right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. You guys hit that like and subscribe button right here for the Aboriginal Sports Network. And if you are watching on Twitter/X, go ahead and hit that follow button for us right there on Twitter/X, man. Do appreciate you guys tuning in, and the action is getting ready to start here very soon. Appreciate you guys. Man, y'all let me know in the chat, man, who y'all think is going to win this game 5 of the NBA Finals, man. This has been a finals of two teams, two smaller market teams, and the Pacers and the Thunder. And one of these teams is going to win their first championship. So we're going to see exactly who steps up. We're Shy, Gilgeous Alexander, keep rolling like he did last game, pulling that game out for the Thunder, avoiding that 3-1 hold that would have basically gave the finals to the Pacers. So we'll see who wins this game tonight, man. This is Big Pat Sports Talk right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network, calling game 5 for you guys. Probably Big Dolo and probably till Shakes comes in later on during the show. But do appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will be ready to get into some action right after these commercials.
Fire! This game's in the Admiral refrigerator. The door is closed, the lights out. Butter's getting hard, the eggs are cooling, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
J Squad.
Welcome to the NBA Reacts on the Aboriginal Sports Network.
All right. And we are waiting for tip-off, man. It should be a pretty good and exciting game. Hopefully you guys got your DraftKings and everything and got your lineups ready to see if you can win a little bit of money off DraftKings, man. Hey, listen, the more you guys watch, the more you guys support, the more support that we'll get. And, maybe we can get some sponsorships here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Thank you guys for everybody that supports the Aboriginal Sports Network here. And can the MVP pull it out again for the Thunder tonight in OKC? All right, and they're doing the starting lineups. Aaron Nesmith starting for the Pacers tonight at the 3, 6'6" from Vanderbilt. All right, the veteran of the team, Pascal Siakam, 6'8" out of New Mexico State, has been having a pretty good series. Miles Turner from Texas playing the 5 for the Pacers. And Andrew Nembhard from Gonzaga, starting at the 2. And at the point, number 0, Tyrese Halliburton out of Iowa State. Been having a heck of a playoffs this playoff season, Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers. And now they're getting to the Oklahoma City starting 5. Yo, Tyrone Hall, NYG, Dewani, what's going on? Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's see what the Thunder do tonight, man. And they have been the favorites for a pretty good while, man. They've had a heck of a season, and it would be a shame for those guys to end this incredible season that they had without a championship. but that can be in danger if they lose this game here tonight at home. They cannot lose this game here tonight at home. All right, and the starting lineups have been announced for the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, Lou Dort starting at guard, 6'4" from Arizona State. Lou Dort, a defensive guy. All right, Jalen Williams, 6'6" from Santa Clara. They're going to need him to step up. All right, Isaiah Hartenstein at 7 foot from Germany. They're going with the big star lineup again tonight. Chet Holmgren from Gonzaga, 7'1". Chet Holmgren has been playing some very good basketball this series, so they're going to need him to step up as well. And the MVP of the league, Gilgeous-Alexander, 6'6" from Kentucky. They're going to need another Herculean effort from him as well, man. That big three for the Thunder are going to have to step up tonight because I believe this veteran Pacers team is definitely going to be game for them guys tonight, man. So we're going to see exactly how it goes down tonight here. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. A lot of the times, this is a game that determines the series. So we'll see exactly how it goes down. Man, that's a good stat. Neither team has lost back-to-back games in the playoffs. So we'll see exactly how it goes. Appreciate you, Dewani. Happy belated Father's Day to you as well, and all the fathers that's in the chat from Twitter and YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Happy Father's Day to you guys as well. All right, both these teams are 2 wins away. And man, that crowd is rocking out there in OKC, man. So we're going to see exactly who wins this game tonight. And I think whoever wins this game will win this series and get their first championship for their respective market. And that'll be dope, man. One of these teams, it's been a long time for, one of these teams to get a doggone championship. So we'll see, especially the Pacers. They've been around a very long time, have never gotten a championship for Indiana. All right, the tip is off, and Indiana gains possession. All right, Nembhard with the ball for the Pacers. All right, gets back to Nembhard. Nembhard gets in the lane, kicks it to the outside, kicks it to Halliburton to Turner, fakes the three. Now Naismith has the ball. He's going to have to take the shot, and that is off, but is rebounded by Lou Dort, and it'll be a foul on Naismith. Good hustle by Lou Dort right there. All right. Oh, Hardenstein gets it to the lane and dunks it down. Good assist right there from Williams to Hardenstein. All right. Oklahoma City strikes first, up 2-0. Nembhard with the ball. Gets the screen from Halliburton. Nembhard gets it to the lane. Step back jumper. That is good. All right, Williams with the ball for the Thunder. Tied at 2. Williams brings the ball up, kicks it over to Shy. Shy going against Nembhard. Shy backs him down. Shy takes the jumper. That is no good. Reeves knocked out of bounds by Hartenstein. It'd be Pacers ball. All right, Halliburton kicks it over to Siakam. Siakam takes the shot, and that is good. All right. Oh, Chet Holmgren with the ball. He gets it to the lane. He takes the layup and scores. What a hard layup right there. And it's tied at 4. Halliburton bringing the ball up the court. Halliburton getting the screen from Turner. Gets the screen from Siakam. Passes it over to Siakam. Siakam takes the wide open 3, and that is good. All right. Indiana up by 3. Shy gets it to the lane. And he is fouled. He'll go to the line. What a layup right there by Chet. That was crazy. All right, SGA at the free throw line for the Thunder. First free throw is up, and it is good. All right, second free throw is up, and that is good. All right, 7-5. Indiana pushing the ball up the court. Siakam loses it, and it's stolen by Hartenstein. And Williams gets it to the lane, dumps it down for OKC, and they take a 1-point lead. All right, Nembhard with the ball for Indiana. Nembhard going to get shot, kicks it over to Turner, back to Nembhard. Nembhard gets a screen from Turner, gets it to the lane, kicks it to Turner. Turner takes the layup, and he scores. Tough layup right there for Turner. All right, Shy bringing it up the court. All right, gets a screen from Hartenstein, gets double teamed by Turner, gets it to the lane, kicks it over to Chet Holmgren. He takes the corner 3, and that is good. And OKC takes the 2-point lead, 11-9. Halliburton kicks it back to Siakam. Siakam at the elbow, and Naismith has a wide open 3 at the top of the key, and he hits. All right, Chet Holmgren bringing it up the court for OKC. Kicks it to Hartenstein, kicks it down to Williams, and he takes the layup and scores. OKC back with the lead. A lot of lead changes going so far in this game. Halliburton brings it up the court. Got Chet Holmgren. Will he take advantage of it? Gets to the lane, kicks it out to Siakam. Thought about the 3. Siakam takes the shot, and he is fouled. It looks like that would be on the floor. Foul on Lou Dort. All right, Indiana with the ball, gets it over to Siakam. Siakam gets it to the lane. Siakam loses the ball again. Chet Holmgren with the steal. Chet kicks it over to Shy. Shy thought about it. Kicks it to Hartenstein. Back to Williams, and Williams ducks it down. Nice ball movement right there by the Thunder. Thunder with a 3-point lead. Halliburton gets the screen from Turner. Dort throws it over to Naismith in the corner. Good defense by Hartenstein, and he throws it away. Williams gets the steal. Williams with the ball slows it down. Williams, he takes the pull-up 3, and that is no good. Rebounded by Turner. Kicks it over to Siakam. Siakam back to Halliburton. Halliburton, he does take the 3, and that is no good. Rebounded by Lou Dort. All right, Shy gets nice crossover by Shy, gets it to the lane, takes the layup and scores over Siakam. And the Thunder open up a 5-point lead here in the first quarter, 17-12. Nice move by Shy right there. That was nasty. All right, Shy Alexander. Hey, this podcast, yeah, both teams did come out ready. Yeah, Iman Perry says he still got the Pacers. Yeah, both teams balling. All right, this broadcast is brought to you by the NBA Reacts podcast right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Man, y'all tune in for all this NBA action we're bringing you here on the ABSN, and we will be right back after these messages.
Fire.
This game's in the Admiral refrigerator. The door is closed, the lights out. Butter's getting hard, the eggs are cooling, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
J Squad.
Welcome to the NBA Reacts on the Aboriginal Sports Network.
All right. Hey, that was the NBA rundown right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. First quarter, Oklahoma City Thunder 17 and the Pacers 12. And it's been fast paced here so far in this game. Hey, NYG, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's good?
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, this is a pivotal game, man. I think whoever wins this game wins this series. All right, Halliburton has the ball for the Pacers at the top of the key, and it's deflected by Shy out of bounds. Rick Carlisle is going to have to do a masterful job coaching for them to win this game, man. That building is rocking, and you can't turn over the ball, man.
Yeah,
right,
Pacers got to weather the storm here in this first half.
That's a fact. All right. Halliburton kicks it over to Obi Toppin. Oh, almost a turnover right there. Halliburton back to Obi Toppin. Pump fakes. Gets it to the lane. Kicks it out to Nembhard. Nembhard pumps. He takes the three, and that is no good. And it's rebounded by Nembhard, and he takes the layup, and he misses the layup. All right. Shot behind the back. Gets it to the lane. Pushes off. Takes the layup and scores. Coast to coast for Shot. And the Thunder are opening up a pretty good lead. Up by 7. Oh, Rick Carlisle picks up a technical foul.
Yeah, they got to keep their composure, man. They can't let that crowd and that energy start to get to him here in Oklahoma City.
Oh, no, that's not a foul. Luke Dort just pulled the chair from him. All right, Shy with the free throw, and it's good. And it's an 8-point lead. Come on, Carlisle. You can't give up points. Yeah, I don't think that should have been a foul. I don't think he touched him. All right, Halliburton with the ball for Indiana. Crossover on check, another crossover. Steps back, another crossover. Gets it to the lane and throws it away to Dort. Caruso with the ball for the Thunder. He goes into the lane. He takes the layup and scores. And the Thunder already with a 10-point lead here in this first quarter, man. The turnovers are killing Indiana. Obi Toppin kicks it out to Luigi. Back to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, top of the key. Doesn't know what he wants to do with it. Nimhard. He's going to drive to the basket, and he loses the ball. Luigi has the ball, gets it to Turner, and one. Nice passing right there by Indiana. It could have been another disaster, but they held their composure. Good bucket right there for Turner. The Indiana needed that tremendously.
Yeah, OKC's defense came to play today.
Yes, they did.
Pacers got to get it going.
All right, Turner at the free throw line, down by 8. Turner's free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Wiggins. All right, looks like Chet Holmgren's on the bench, man. He turned out to be a major problem, like you said last game.
Yeah.
Right, Hartenstein has the ball, gets it to Williams. Williams kicks it to Lou Dort. He thought about the 3. Lou Dort goes into the lane, kicks it out to Williams. Williams takes the free throw line jumper. That's in and out, rebounded by Dort. Dort brings it back out, kicks it to Hartenstein. Caruso. Oh, he tried to dunk it on Turner, but it didn't go through. Oh, my goodness, he tried to dunk it on him. All right, the Pacers could cut it to that lead a little bit more right here on this possession. Down by 8, 22-14. And, Halliburton almost loses it out of bounds. Obi Toppin throws it to Turner. That was a wild pass. Toppin has the ball again, kicks it to Nimhard. Oh, almost a steal by Williams. Obi Toppin. Oh, that's over and back, man. Wow, the Pacers look out of sorts right now.
Yeah, that defense, man. I'm telling you, that defense, man. They got it cranking tonight. At OKC, man. That crowd is hype. Pacers got to take care of the ball.
Yes, they
Bottom
do.
line, they got to take care of basketball, and if they don't, and they start letting OKC get up and down and get these easy buckets, then it's gonna be a long night. I'm telling you, that's how this team rolls, man. They get up on you and they keep they foot on the gas.
Oh, Lou Dort with a rainbow 3. That is in and out, but rebounded by Hartenstein. Tries to kick it to Wiggins. Wiggins wasn't prepared. He loses the ball. Is knocked out to Hartenstein. Hartenstein is fouled. He will go to the line.
And that's something else. You don't want them getting easy free throws.
Easy hustle points. That is very true, Dewani. OKC making the Pacers play half court on offense, and they struggle doing that. Yes, they do. That was proven in the last game as well. Hartenstein at the free throw line. His first free throw is good. Hartenstein's actually shooting some good free throws.
Yeah, got to make your free throws.
All right, Game 6 will be Thursday right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Hartenstein misses his second free throw. All right, OKC up by 9. Mathurin in the game for the Pacers. Kicks it over to Obi Toppin. To Halliburton. Thought about the 3. Now he takes the 3, and that 3 is in and out. Rebounded by Hartenstein. Man, he is getting a lot of rebounds down there. All right, Lou Dort. Oh, he tries to cross over Halliburton. Yep, offensive foul. That's what you want Lou Dort doing. You want him handling the basketball. That is not his game. Yep, easy call right there. Threw a big fish hook out there. All right, Lou Dort will take a seat. Indiana needs to cut into this lead with Shy on the bench. They bring in Wallace.
Got Shy and Holmgren.
Yeah, on the bench. They got to cut into this lead. Siakam going one-on-one with Williams. You got to take advantage of this matchup. Gets it to the lane, pump fakes, takes the shot, and then it's foul. He will go to the free throw line. That's what you got to do right there, bro. You get that matchup, you got to take advantage of that.
And you got to put pressure on their best players on the defensive end. You got to make Shy work on defense. You got to make Jalen Williams work on defense.
Facts.
Because they're going to be major offensive players. You got to make them play both ends of the court.
First free throws up, and it is good. That's an absolute fact, NYG. You got to make OKC work.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't feel pressure, they're going to beat the brakes off of you.
Now, they don't mind doing it, but you got to make them do it for fourth quarters.
Yeah.
For 4 quarters. And that's where you get them, because they tend to lose leads. They tend to, basically, let teams back in games. And that's how, that's how the Indiana Pacers can win. But they got to keep it close, and they can't lose composure.
Oh, nice move by Caruso, but he misses the layup. All right, Indiana down by 8. TJ McConnell brings it up, 23-15. Siakam with the ball. Siakam gets it to the lane, and he loses the ball. Caruso on the run. Caruso, and it's smacked off the back of the rim by Mathurin. And Mathurin brings it up the court. Good D right there. Yeah, you got to get that Siakam on Wallace, man. Thank you. Feed him in the post. All right, Siakam backing him down. Hardenstein comes over with the double. Somebody got to move. O'Connell moves, gets it to the lane, misses the easy shot, and Mather just throws it up. This foul by Hardenstein, and he'll go to the line. That was weird.
A lot of fouls being called in this game. So you know what that means. You on that free throw line, you got to knock them shots down.
Yep. Man. All right, Mathurin at the free throw line. He missed a lot of free throws down the stretch in the game before.
That's exactly why I'm saying that.
Yeah. And he hits his first free throw. And it looks like Shy's getting ready to no, it's a timeout. And they got to get this lead down, man, while those two big monsters are on the bench for him. Got to take advantage of that, man. But NYG is in the house. Our NBA savant, NYG right here on the ABSN, man. What do you think the Pacers need to do to win this game, man, since we at a commercial break right now?
They have to take care of the basketball. You know what I'm saying? They have to take care of the basketball, and they cannot let the defensive pressure of OKC get to them, particularly in the half court where they struggle. Like Dewani said, that's an excellent point. The Pacers are what their name dictates, a pace team. So they need to be running up and down the court. And the way you get that done is with rebounds and turnovers, right? That's how you get up and down the court. Now, you've seen a couple instances already in this game where, OKC's crashing the boards, getting offensive rebounds. They can't let that happen, because that slows down the game for the Pacers, and that puts the game right in OKC's lap, right where they want you, So that's what the Pacers got to do, man. Rick Carlisle, a good coach. I expect him to make some adjustments. But yeah, like you said, this is their time to make a move with Shea and Holmgren on the bench.
That's a fact. And I mean, it was a 10-point lead. It's down to 7. Let's see if we get this almost tied before the end of this first quarter, or Shea and Chet Holmgren get back in this game.
Yeah, they just got to keep it close, Pat. They just got to keep it close and get it to the fourth quarter, man. You got Holly, a clutch player, in those situations. So, that's where you want it, because tough place to play, OKC. You want to take the crowd out of it, and they gotta keep it close, man. And get it to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think if they keep it close in this fourth quarter, I think the pressure totally shifts onto OKC, and Halliburton has shown that he can bring them home, man. So keep that game close, and I think Halliburton can bring it home for you. And I do like that Magic Johnson type comparison for Halliburton for him to be the best version of himself. Not saying he could be Magic Johnson, but you want him to play like that. He's a bigger point guard at 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to facilitate the ball. He can shoot the three. He can get it to the lane and hit layups when he's needed. But him as a facilitator, I think that's how he could get to superstar status. To me, I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's okay. You know, every great player that's ever played this game is not a high scorer or some prolific offensive player, prolific shooter or something like that, you know. And you know, Magic Johnson's a good comparison, man. But you know, think about a guy that played for the Pacers, man. That we all talk about a lot is Mark Jackson. You know, Mark Jackson, man, did a lot of things that Halliburton did. You know, Mark Jackson used to back you down the post. He was a bigger point guard. You know, he was a high assist guy in his career. You know what I'm saying? And he could run the offense. You know, he ran the offense for those Reggie Miller-led teams, you know, that beat the Knicks back in the days. You know, so I do like the Magic Johnson comparison, but he's not quite at that level.
No,
but
nowhere near.
But definitely, man, just looking at the fit and how he fits in with the Pacers definitely reminds me of what Mark Jackson used to do, man, for Indiana.
That's a fact. All right. Thunder up by 6. Jalen Williams kicks it over to Wiggins. He takes the three and scores. Nice three right there by Wiggins tonight. If he's doing that, it's a real problem for the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 26-17. Back up to 9. TJ McConnell thought about the three, kicks it over to Matthew. All right, Shakes is in the building. What's going on, Shakes?
What's going on, fellas?
What's good, bro?
Ain't shit. Trying to catch up on this game.
Yep. All right, Wiggins at the top of the key, kicks it to Hartenstein. All right, Caruso with the ball, kicks it over to Williams. Williams, step back jumper, in and out, and Hartenstein knocks it back out to Williams. Oh, wide open three in the corner, and it's hit. Wallace with the three. Wow. And the Thunder built it to a 12-point lead with Holmgren and Shai on the bench. That is not good. Oh, TJ McConnell won a nice move on Caruso and scores. Damn, he crossed him.
Baby Paxson.
Right. All right, Hartenstein brings it up the court.
That haircut, bro.
Kicks it over to Caruso. Caruso kicks it over to Williams. Williams gets it to the lane. Williams, nice step layup, but it goes off. And it's rebounded by McConnell. Oh, Wallace almost steals it. All right, Halliburton gets it up to Obi Toppin, and you know what? Oh, my God. You can't do that, center. You cannot do that, man. Obi Toppin can raise over that guy. Come on, Bradley. You just took points off the board right there. And Jalen Williams is on the ground.
That ain't good.
Did he get hit in the eye? Or did he get hit in the head? Or what happened? No, it looked like he got hit in the forehead.
Yeah, he got hit in the Yeah, that was a dumb move by Bradley.
That was dumb, Bradley. You can't do that.
Yeah, man.
You just took all the momentum you had away. All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets it to the lane. Pump fakes. Kicks it back out to Chet. Now both those monsters are back in. Chet Holmgren, step back jumper. No good. Rebounded by Turner. All right. TJ McConnell brings it up for the Pacers. Oh, he almost traveled. All right. Mathurin gets the screen from Turner. Mathurin kicks it out to Siakam. And Siakam almost throws it away. Siakam gets it back. Williams with the defense on him. All right, Siakam. Swing, crosses over. Throws it out to Mathurin. He takes the wide open three and scores. That's a big bucket right there. All right, inbound it. Chet Holmgren brings it up for OKC. Holmgren with the ball. Gets the screen from Shy. Gets it to the lane. Tries to dunk it, but it's blocked by Turner. A lot of contact, no call. Turner running the court. Kicks it over to Siakam in the corner for three. That is no good. But rebounded by OKC. Wiggins bringing the ball up the court. Pass half court. Going one-on-one with Siakam behind the back. Good defense by Siakam. Over to Shy at the top of the key. Nembhard playing hard defense right there. All right, one-on-one with Mathurin. What you going to do, Shy? You going to do that step back three? He's trying to set him up for it. Oh, takes the shot, and he is fouled. Will go to the free throw line.
Easy points if you let OKC go to the line.
Yep.
And if this game, like I said, becomes a free throw game, again, that's not good for the Pacers.
No, they said it was on the
pace
ground. Right.
Type play.
All right, Wallace with another corner three, and Wallace hits another three, and the lead is back up to 10. He's had hit shit all series, but it's 2 for 2 tonight for the 3-point line.
Go figure.
Right. He ain't did nothing all series. TJ McConnell, nice crossover, gets into the lane. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebounded by Mathurin. He's blocked by Chet. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Chet Holmgren with some rim defense right there. OKC takes a 10-point lead into the second quarter. Hey, this is the NBA Finals live on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Hey, we do the NBA Reacts here on the ABSN, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Fire. This game's in the Admiral refrigerator. The door is closed, the lights out. Butter's getting hard, the eggs are cooling, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
J Squad.
Welcome to the NBA Reacts on the Aboriginal Sports Network.
All right, fellas, what y'all think should both these two teams do here in the second quarter?
Look, man, with the Pacers, it's 7 turnovers for them. You know, they got 7 turnovers right now just in the first quarter. And it's they got to take care of the basketball. They got to take care of the basketball, and they got to shoot better. Only 8 for 20, 40% in that first quarter, compared to 48%, 12 or 25 for OKC. So, and with Oklahoma City, man, you got to keep up the intensity on defense. You got to keep up the intensity on defense, and you got to make the Pacers work, and you got to slow the game down. You know, you got to make them work in the half court and keep the pressure up and keep getting them turnovers and keep getting easy buckets, making the Pacers play on their heels, and allowing OKC to get those easy fast break points and also get to the free throw line, which they have done a good job so far, 4 out of 5 in that first quarter. So, yeah, man, that's what I'm looking at right now, Pat. Pacers wasn't able to take advantage of Chet and Shy being out of the game. So, yeah, they're going to have to step it up, turn up the intensity. What about you, bro?
Thanks. What you got?
To me, like, not really going on no stats or nothing, or I mean, like I said, I just cut the game on, so I'm trying to catch up to seeing what's going on. But what I'm gonna say is, like, just off of initial just watching what's going on, trying to catch up, OKC got to keep on being aggressive. They got to keep on pushing the ball, just keep on going. They can't let up. And for Indiana, they have to sit there and play Indiana ball. Keep being relentless, keep on going, don't give up, and you'll finally get, you know what I mean? If you keep on going, you'll get your results. That's what Indiana been doing all playoffs long. No matter how much they down, no matter how much they up, they keep on playing, they keep on pushing, they eventually come on top. Pause. So that's my assumption of what's going on here. Of course, y'all know I want OKC to win. I've been wanting this because I don't really. It's nothing against Indiana again. You know what I mean? Because for me, it's sad that this team is like so historic. They have so much legendary shit going on with them and their history, but no championship, and that's sad, bro. Because you go up there and you look at these Pacers that like up there with the Bulls, up there with the Lakers, the Celtics, the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? These are historic franchises, but they don't have a chip, and that's sad. So yeah,
and where they playing tonight?
I still don't want.
Where they playing tonight, they're not gonna get another one because they're turning over the ball again.
Yeah, I know.
And OKC has a 13-point lead now. McConnell at the top of the key for the Pacers. Wallace with the defense kicks it over to Turner. Turner gets it to the lane, takes a wild shot, and is grabbed by Holmgren, but it'll be out of bounds. 4 on the shot clock for Indiana. They look terrible when they have to play half-court offense, man. They're going to have to change that. And you got Wiggins and Wallace hitting threes. That is crazy. 3 of 16 in game 4 for the Thunder, but they are 5 of 8 tonight, and they are on fire from 3. Gets it to Siakam. Siakam turns to the lane, layup over shot. That's what you need right there. Siakam has to take advantage of those smaller guys that they have on them, man.
Him and Turner, man, they got to play like big guys. You can't just
Wiggins gets it to the lane, but misses the layup.
You know?
Yeah, I can't stand that about Turner, honestly. But Siakam takes a 3, and that's no good.
And that's what I said about Chet, bro. Because Chet plays like the biggest player on the court. But you got Siakam and you got Turner, but they play like guards. And that's the problem. That's why they can't get nothing done in the half court. You got everybody sitting up at the on the wing.
Yep, and Turner's always at the 3-point line. That is crazy.
That's my problem with the new NBA.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah,
Turner don't do shit.
Every time Siakam goes to the basket, either he's fouled or he scores. Like, what's going on?
That's my problem with the new. That's my problem with the new NBA, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Because 5s ain't 5s anymore, man. 5s is 2s now. 5s is 1s now. You know what I'm saying? Like 5s
said 1.
Yeah, they are.
No,
right.
They want to break down the ball. They
Halliburton is dealing with some type of injury, calf injury or something. That is not good.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. 5s ain't 5s anymore, man. That's it. Go ahead. My bad. Back to action.
Go ahead. First free throws up for Siakam, and that is good. We're gonna have to keep our eye on that Halliburton injury. He is iced up on the sidelines, man.
If he's out, they're out. I'm telling you right now, it's over. Yeah. And the Pacers got heart, but they don't got that much heart to beat OKC in OKC without their star player.
Yeah, that's a fact. Wiggins with the ball for OKC gets it past half court. Naismith with some good defense. Gets a screen from Holmgren. Holmgren has the ball, almost turns it over, gets it the shot. Shot gets over, spins, throws it out to Williams, throws it out to Wiggins. Wiggins takes a deep 3, and he hits again. Oh, and OKC opens up a 12-point lead again. Man, Wiggins, 9 points, 3 of 3 from 3. Siakam with the ball, gets it over to Turner. Nimhar is gonna have to play some real point guard if Halliburton is not coming back in. Nimhar kicks it over to McConnell. McConnell takes the three and he hits. Okay, TJ.
Get them baby packs.
Right. All right, Shy gets the screen from Chet. He gets it to the lane. That is too easy, and that's a foul. Yeah, you can't let Shy do that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, they gotta step it up.
That kind of defense right there caused that foul. Shy first free throws up, and that is good. Back to 10 points. All right, Hartenstein comes in for Chet, and Williams comes in for the other Williams. All right, Halliburton is back out there on the floor. Okay, that's a good sign for the Pacers. Let's see how effective he is. Second free throw is up, and that is good from Shy. Nimhard brings the ball up, kicks it to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, top of the key, kicks it to Naismith. Kicks it to Nimhard, and Nimhard gets the lane back to Naismith. He shoots the three. That is no good. Rebounded by Hartenstein. He shoots another corner three, and that is good. All right. Good rebound by Obi Toppin right there, man. They're going to need that. Those second chance points, they're definitely going to need that.
Yeah. Halliburton. No points so far.
And that's how he usually starts, though. Like, that's why I'm saying he doesn't need to be a prolific scorer to be a superstar. Let him facilitate for the Pacers, man, and get them a guy that can play some half court offense and let Siakam go in the post.
That's what they need.
Because right now they just have a bunch of spot up shooters out there.
Yeah.
And then Turner wants to be one of those spot up shooters, which doesn't help them in certain situations.
I'm gonna tell you, it'll be dynamic on the Pacers if they could get him. I don't know what they have to give up, but Giannis.
You probably have to give up Turner.
They got to keep Holly, and I would like for them to keep Siakam if they can.
Oh yeah, Holly, Siakam, Giannis.
Yeah,
with like Naismith or somebody out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be deadly. And then Giannis can actually take over ball handling if you need him to.
Yep.
He can play that role too.
Go down low, and he can defend.
And he's going to get to the basket. I promise you that. And if I have to lose Turner to get that, okay, cool.
Oh, I'm giving him up quick. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Then I get another big man, to come in there and, clog the lane up a little bit.
You might have to give up a Matherman or somebody like that.
Yeah, you're going to have to give up Matherman or somebody like that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
In a heartbeat. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the Game 5 of the NBA Finals right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network. Hit that like and subscribe button for us right here on the official YouTube channel for the Aboriginal Sports Network. And if you are watching on Twitter/X, hit that follow button for us, man. It takes nothing to hit that button, man, but much appreciated.
I'll be right back, bro.
All right, the ball is inbounded for OKC. Wiggins bringing the ball up for OKC with an 8-point lead, 40-32. Even though the Pacers have played poorly, they are still in this game. Williams with the ball. Picks up his dribble, kicks it to Hartenstein. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins kicks it out to Lou Dort. Lou Dort takes the three, and that is no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Pacers. Halliburton bringing it up the court. He gets the screen. Halliburton. Step back three. No good. Rebounded by Caruso. Caruso brings it up the court. Kicks it over to Hartenstein. A little strong. Hartenstein has to bring it out. Kicks it over to Williams. Williams gets it to the lane and ducks it home over Naismith. Williams going to the rack. All right. Halliburton kicks it down to Luigi. Luigi turns the ball over. Kicks it out to Williams. Williams up ahead. Layup and scores and won. And OKC builds it back up to a 12-point lead. Turnovers.
Yeah.
This Indiana team turns the ball over so much, bro.
10 turnovers so far, and for them to have a ball handler like Halliburton, who doesn't turn the ball over that much.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. See.
Man, everything that we saying be coming to fruition, man. They gotta play. Looks like we lost Shakes. Hopefully Shakes can come back in. Man, who do you think can change the trajectory of this game for the Pacers, man? Who do you think that can do that?
Big up Shakes. I think they need to get Halliburton going, man. For real. Like, yeah, he's not no prolific scorer, man, but you got to get him involved, man. He's their best player. You have to get Halliburton involved in this game. Now, he might be banged up. He might be injured. So that's going to be tough. That's an uphill climb for the Pacers right now if he's hurt and he's hobbled. Yeah, man. They're going to have to go through Turner and Siakam, particularly Siakam, because he's the only one that seems to want to go inside the paint.
Yeah, that's a fact,
Shakes
man.
We got, man. Shakes is back. Shake him up. You there?
D-Dan, what's going on, D-Dan? Shakes, who do you think the Pacers need to
get my shit right over here, bro?
It's a little technical difficulties, man. But who do you think the Pacers can rely on in this game, man? Oh man. Sorry guys, Shakes is having some technical difficulties. Hopefully he can get it back up here soon, man, because we want to hear exactly what another one of our NBA analysis, just a sports analysis period. Welcome him to the team. Shakes, man. Appreciate that, brother, for joining the ABSN, man. We're gonna do a lot of good things with Shakes here on this network. But I mean, a lot of the things that we're saying about these two teams, is really coming true, especially in that game 4, man. We said exactly what OKC would have had to do to win that game, and they actually did it to a T. And that's why it's 2-2, and they had the momentum here in this game 5 here at home. And they win this game here, I think they win this series. I truly believe that.
Yeah, it's over. It's over, man. But Shakes is back.
Yeah, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Man, who do you think?
Good over here.
Who do you think the Pacers can rely on in this game? To change a little bit of the misfortunes that's been going for them so far here in this game.
Like I said, man, no Holly, damn near ain't got no damn chance. But no Holly. I think it has to be like Miles Turner or somebody like a big man has to take over the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a big man has to take over the game. If Holly's not going to be able to do it, they need to go dominant ball. So maybe Holly, maybe, you know what I mean, sprinkle some Obi in that. And
I
Siakam.
think they're gonna have to slow this game down, which is not their, that's not conducive to their play, and they just don't have the guy that can slow the game down for them and be dominant.
That's where I'm kind of alluding to when I'm talking about going to the big man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys to go to the big man, the Siakams, the Miles Turners of them, cause you know what I mean, slow this shit down. You know what I mean, like get your pace. But Holly back though. Okay.
Oh, nice steal right there by
back,
the pace.
But he don't look like himself for sure.
I think he's pressing a little bit too.
Could be. Yeah. That OKC pressure.
Man, that OKC defense is smothering, man. 4 seconds left on the clock, and Naismith takes a wild three, and he gets a foul. Wow. That's a bailout right there. He will get 3 free throws.
Yeah, they wild, man.
That big men are not. They're not doing. Look at that big men. They're not doing anything, man.
And you know what? The more I think about it as well, even though I'm looking at the big man pause to go ahead and try to dominate this game, but if they still stick with the guard shit that they usually stick with, I can see Nembhard.
Wow. This OKC defense is going ham against them, bro. Indiana got to find out how to play some half-court offense today. Well, tonight. Siakam, I think, is that guy, man. You have to get Siakam in the post, man. They are not strong enough to keep Siakam out of the post. But you got to run some offensive sets, man. All they do is a bunch of screens and try to roll all day with the Pacers. And if they're not playing at that fast pace, that don't mean nothing to OKC's defense. But it's a jump ball with 1 second left on the clock, so pretty much will be a 24-second violation. Oh, yep, 24-second violation. I mean, they're gonna need somebody to step up. Is Nembhard gonna have to be that guy to step up?
Nembhard, Naismith, one of them.
One of them, Mathurin, somebody.
Yeah.
All right, Williams with the ball for OKC. Nice crossover dribble. Gets it to the lane, kicks it over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein gets it to the lane, kicks it out to Caruso. Caruso kicks it to SGA. SGA going one-on-one with Siakam. Crossover, gets it to the lane, and he takes the free throw line jumper and scores. Wow, good shot right there by SGA. And it's the largest lead of the first half of the Thunder at 15, 47-32. Turner gets it to the lane. I think he fell over his own feet, but he will be fouled and he will go to the free throw line. Oh, man. Turner's damn near 7 foot, man.
Miles Turner is the problem. That's the problem with the Pacers lineup right now. He has to be effective. He has to be effective. And the way for him to do that is to get your big ass paws in the dang on paint.
In the post, y'all.
He wants to shoot threes so much, man. First free throw for Turner is good.
9 to 5.
And he has no low post game, bro.
He might be a Brooklyn Net next year.
Oh my God. Don't say that.
No, he might be.
That's not the big man the Nets need.
No, at all.
All right, second free throws up, and that is good for Miles Turner. Like, the big man have no more big man moves down there in the post.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. Fouls ain't fouls no more, man.
All right, Williams gets it over to SGA. SGA gets a screen from Chet. Oh, and he loses the ball, gets it back. Oh, he gets it back. Now he gets it over to Chet. Chet thought about the three. Chet takes the pull-up jumper. That is no good. That is not his game. All right, 47-34, Nembhard, and he is fouled by Williams.
They need a big man that can go down low, and they need a guard that can score off the dribble. consistently. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be a dominant team.
That's a fact. I think Siakam's gonna have to be that low post man. All right, Turner at the top of the key gets it over to Siakam, 1-on-1 with Williams. He got put him in a post, turns his back, gets it to the Nemhard, pump fakes, puts the layup up, scores. I'm telling you, that's the way they're gonna have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember the last game. Said that last game was important because if OKC pulled it out, they're gonna take the advantage back over on the series. But if Indiana was gonna win, it was over for OKC.
And Turner doesn't play good defense either. He fouls Williams, and Williams would be back at the line. Yeah, you got to put Pascal on the post, man. They're going to double team because neither one of those guys on that court is strong enough to stop him from getting what he wants in the post. So somebody cut to the basket when that big man is in the post, man. Y'all, that's how y'all got to run y'all half-court offense against this team. As good as OKC is on defense, they have nobody strong enough to keep him out of the post. Williams first free throws up, and it is good. OKC is not missing no free throws tonight, that's for sure.
I'm telling you, easy points at the line, and it slows the game down. That's the problem. I'm telling you. It's slowing the game down, and that's a disadvantage to the Pacers. They want to push.
What OKC do though? This is
their game, and that's why people pretty much picked them to win this series. But you know, the Pacers, you know, they play with heart. But I think that Grim Reaper coming tonight.
They lose tonight. The Grim Reaper's off the
They got that never say die attitude, but just like I was saying with last game, man, OKC should have been blowing them out, pause, right? Like, because they way more talented, all this, deeper roster, all that, you know what I'm saying? It's just that Indiana has that, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I mean, I will never say die. We ain't never out of it. We ain't out of it till we out of it type of mantra. But with OKC, man, if you play OKC ball like they playing tonight, damn, they ain't got a chance.
All right, Williams hits both free throws, but you're absolutely right, Shakes. All right, Siakam bringing the ball up for Indiana. All right, kicks it out to Obi Toppin. Nemhard going against Wallace, kicks to the lane, kicks it out to Obi Toppin. He takes the three, and that is no good. And Siakam makes a horrible foul right there on Chet Holmgren. Like, what are you doing, bro?
And they gotta get better.
You ain't hurt.
You right, Pat. They gotta get better defensively. You know, with this team, man, because you can't just, you know, first of all, you can't keep putting OKC
at the free throw line. This is ridiculous.
You know? And man, you got to get in the lane, man, and you got to start causing some turnovers.
All right, SGA kicks it over to Chet. He takes the three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Naismith. All right, Halliburton bring it up the court, kicks it over to Naismith. Over to OB Toppin, back to Halliburton. Halliburton throws it to Toppin. Toppin gets it to the lane, and it's blocked by Shy. Naismith, and it's blocked by Chet. Naismith takes the quick jumper, and that is in and out. Rebounded by Lou Dort.
Was the problem, man?
And Lou Dort gets it to the lane, kicks it out to Williams. Williams takes the wide open three, and that is good. 16-point lead.
Yeah, man.
And when this big man, this five not being five shit started, when did it start with Dirk?
Toppy. Dirk was in the post though. You can't say Dirk was just hanging out there at the 3-point line. Earlier in his career, he did that, but he got some post moves, and Williams misses the layup right there. You can't blame Dirk for that. I don't know who it started with, to be honest with you.
Man, that shit started with
because
Curry, bro.
Oh, Chet gets another block.
This is why I'm saying that it was Dirk, though, because before that, it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Chet gets his own rebound and puts it back in. It's back up to 16.
But, like, now, it's like you have to have a big man that's out there shooting and all that shit. And it wasn't like that before Dirk.
I think people took Dirk's style and thought that's what all he did, but Dirk was in the post too, bro.
Yeah, like you said, his game developed that, but in the beginning, and what was so spazzy about it was that he was draining them threes as a 7-footer, like it was nothing.
And they took that and ran with it, you know.
Yes, that's my whole point. So now when you get the international players, yeah, I mean, maybe he did develop that. Nah, I ain't gonna say maybe he did develop that later in his career, but what are these young guys gonna admire about that? Them threes, the way he shot. So when these international kids is coming up, what are they doing? They shooting now. They at the hoop.
I think the NBA game has lost its fundamentals, period. But Shai Alexander back at the free throw line, like NYG said. He's going to keep building. Halliburton back to the bench.
I told you they need to keep it close. They haven't kept it close, bro. This lead is getting bigger, man.
That is true. They hit this free throw here is up to 18. And Shy like he ain't gonna miss one free throw tonight. Shit, he got most of his damn points from the free throw line. Second free throw is up and it's good. I know I could go out there hit, like you said, 7 for 10 or 8 for 10. I could definitely do that.
I'm telling you right now.
All right, Indiana down 18. Turner at the top of the key. Give him the screen. Back to Turner. That's not gonna work. All right, Nembhard. Trying to get the screen from Turner, doing the same thing over and over again. Caruso, good defense. Going against Nembhard. Oh, and one. Way to fight through that, Nembhard. That was nasty.
Told you, yo. These Canadians taking over, man.
Yeah. Facts. That was a tough layup right there, man. Gotta give him that. That was tough.
Yeah.
Ghost Dog, what's going on, Ghost?
Ghost, what's good? Salute to the chat, man. But they need somebody to give them some energy, man. They need a boost.
Yeah, for real. Hartenstein gets to the SGA. He's in the post. Kicks it out to Wallace. He takes the three. No good. Rebounded by Chet. Oh, nice steal by Siakam right there. Way to play some defense. All right, Mathurin gets it to the lane. Oh, and he will go to the free throw line. Okay, Pacers. There's a little bit of life.
Yeah. They need this little run here at the end of the
get this down
quarter.
To 10.
Yeah. Try to get it as close as you can and regroup.
And he misses the free throw. Lord have mercy.
Shit like that comes like a munchie.
I don't think they have it in them this time.
We'll see. But it's I'm telling you the problem with this team. You know, they're a good team, but you know, they one-sided.
What do you mean?
The Pacers. You know,
he misses both free throws. But Indiana
point.
gets the rebound. Siakam takes a quick three, and that is no good. Oh my God. Rebounded by OKC.
What's the trick?
Go ahead, NYG, explain.
Yeah.
It's their pace. You know, it's their fast break, them being able to come up the court, get off a quick shot, you know, not really have no half-court sets. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's their one trick off. They don't play defense, you know, very well. And they can't play half-court offense. And they don't have an ISO guy that they can just give the ball and say, hey, just, you know, just.
Yeah, go out there and score.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I mean. They just have one trick. you shut that one trick down with a good defensive team like OKC. When they're focused, they're easy to beat. That one trick they have though is very good. Don't get it twisted when they're on their game.
It ain't been that easy.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's a good trick, you know, when they're flowing. But you just got to get them out of rhythm, out of pace.
Which is easier said than done, basically.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not easy to do, you know, but OKC is the team that can do it because of how they play defense. Remember, this is the modern day NBA we talking about. Not every team plays defense. You know, that's why the Pacers are so good, because they can just, that one trick is good because it's, you can score with that. And nobody wants to really defend it. But OKC is like, nah.
Really can't defend it, honestly.
Exactly.
If you're a team that's not a defensive team, it's lights out.
Pretty much. That's what I'm saying. So that's why they are where they are. And that's just a testament to
my God, Wallace hits another three. Good grief. Back up to 16. It's one of those things where it's not easy, but it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Much better word. Simple, but not easy. Yeah.
Wow. These big men be pissing me off. All right, Siakam, you got him in the post. Take him. There you go. Nah, you want to kick it out for another three. He misses. There you go, Mathurin. Somebody playing some damn basketball. All right, 14-point lead. 7 seconds to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot takes the three. No good. And that will end the first half, man.
Arson Wallace redeeming himself. 9 points.
Y'all basically like 16, 17 seconds ahead of me.
Oh, I'm not. That's why Pat calls the plays. That's why we do this. Yeah.
That's a fact. See me going through shit. I'm like, man, I ain't even get there yet, bro.
All right, man. We will be back right after these messages for the halftime show right here live on the Aboriginal Sports Network. We'll be right back.
The Raisin Man.
Or just the Giants organization that really put Daniel Jones in the forefront and carried him in that type of light, man, on national TV.
$223. The suspension also opens the door for the Texans to release Al-Shahir Absn.
Then in 1976, guess who was hired? Absn fans. This is where preference plays the biggest.
I'm gonna have to knock this down and get the oohs and ahs of Houston.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Sports Network.
That shit just had me freestyling that shit, bro, and I don't even freestyle.
Appreciate it, Shakes. Hey, this is the ABSN halftime report, and the Oklahoma City Thunder on top of the Indiana Pacers, 59-45. And let's get into some of these stats, man. Hey, Pascal Siakam leading the Pacers with 10 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line. Aaron Naismith playing 12 minutes, has 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 of 3 from the three-point line. So he's actually doing his job. Miles Turner, 14 minutes, only 6 points, 4 rebounds. He's 2 or 3 from the free throw line, so he's doing that, but he has to do a lot more. Andrew Nembhard, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Tyrese Halliburton, 17 minutes, 0 points. 0. 2 assists, 1 rebound, and that might be the difference in this game. Obi Toppin, the bench. Obi Toppin with 2 points. Tony Bradley with 2 points. TJ McConnell with 5. And Benedict Mathurin with 7 points. And the Pacers only 33% from the field. That is absolutely woeful. Only 71% from the free throw line and only 31% from three-point range. And their top scorer, their top leader, Halliburton, with 0 points in the first half. That Oklahoma City defense is balling right now. Hey, let's get to Oklahoma City, man. Chet Holmgren playing 15 minutes here in that first half with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 10 field goals. He's going to have to step that up. Jalen Williams balling, 16 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 or 2 from the three-point line, 6 of 12, 50% from the field, doing his thing, and 100% from the free throw line. Isaiah Hartenstein, 3 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's him balling right there. That's what you want Hartenstein doing out there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 13 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 0-1 from the three-point line, but he has 13 points, doing what he's supposed to do. Lou Dort, 0 points, couple of 4 rebounds and a couple assists, 1 steal, 1 block. You know what he does. All right, and the bench, hey, Aaron Wiggins and Carson Wallace, 9 points apiece, 6 of 8 from the three-point line, man, and they are doing their thing out there. And Caruso with only 2 points. OKC shooting 43% from the field, 47% from the three-point line, and 91% from the free throw line. Now, fellas, based off those stats that you heard me give you, what do you think is the difference in this game, and what can the Pacers do to come back and win this game?
Hey, real quick, NYG, just the most notable shit for me, 0 for 5. Y'all know who that is?
Halliburton.
Yeah.
Halliburton.
My bad.
Nah, you good, bro. You're right. Halliburton is one of those players that need to step up, man. But the biggest thing for me, man, is 11 turnovers for the Pacers, and they gave up 15 points off those turnovers. And OKC, 11 or 12 from the free throw line. To me, those are 2 stats right there. I think that is shaping up to be a problem for the Pacers, and it's why OKC has the lead right here by 14 going into the half. Indiana, not a great defensive team, but OKC's not shooting great, only 43%. So, again, but you putting them on the free throw line. You putting them on the free throw line and you turn the ball over. So you're pretty much giving the game to the dang on Thunder. And if Halliburton right now, I think they're saying he is dealing with some type of calf injury or something. It's over. This is a problem. This is a problem right now for the Pacers. again, you turning the ball over. Think about it, and your best ball handler is Hobble, and he's not shooting well.
Hey, I'm sorry,
problem,
but I come from an era where we don't give a fuck. No, like seriously, like we done watched a dude had the flu and still put up what 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? Can't even breathe out there. He laying on Pippen's shoulder. Help me, please. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We done seen Kobe deal with things and still put up these points. So my point is, when you hitting that superstar status, when you hitting that legendary status, and especially now for a championship, you know what I mean? A championship that will put you over the top as one of those guys, that they have to look at and be like, yo, is he one of the greats? You know what I'm saying? Kwame ain't win shit since what, 2019, 2020? But we still put him up there as one of the greats because of what he did in that championship run with Toronto. This is where you make a legend of yourself. So calf injury, I don't give a fuck. You wrap that shit up, B, and you go out there and you motherfucking score. You put your team on your back because this is where you do it. This is where you become a legend. You want to be a legend?
I don't know. I don't know if they want to. I don't know if he want to be a legend or not, man. Based on those characteristics, man. Because it's not.
He ain't ready.
It ain't turning out too well right now.
Hey man, listen. He's definitely not being legendary tonight, man. 0-5, 0 points in the whole half of basketball, man. That is not championship caliber basketball from your star player, from your franchise player in the face of your franchise. Indiana Pacers are in trouble in this game, but they're only down, 14 points? I've seen them come back from 20 multiple times. But they're going to have to get that ball in the post tonight if OKC is going to continue to play defense the way they're playing defense tonight. This might be the first time it might not be 100-point game from the Pacers. And to hold somebody under 100 points in this era NBA, you're playing some decent defense. I'm just going to be honest with you.
But to hold Indiana to that, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real quick though, man. Shouts to my boy Ghost Dog, Shake Squad. Yeah, you know we was popping them bottles when them Knicks was gone, baby. You know we popping them peach champagnes, baby. You know we popping them peach champagnes, baby.
Oh man, we got some Nets fans in the building.
Yeah, man.
But what do you guys think, and how should Indiana approach this here in the second half to make another one of those miraculous cardiac comebacks in this game, man? What do you guys think they should do here on the halftime report?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Unless they just get red hot from the 3-point line, I don't know where because they style is not. Look, we know what they should do, but we know what they ain't gonna do, and they ain't gonna go and all of a sudden become this low post team and slow the game down and start developing this dynamic half-court offense. So your only other chance is to try to get some rebounds, get some wide open threes, and knock down the damn shots. Because outside of that, I don't know what you're going to do, especially if Halliburton is hurt. It's not a good look for the Pacers right now. It's not a good look, and it's an uphill battle. But if you're OKC, you got to keep your foot on their neck and finish them off. Pause. But yeah. You gotta keep it. Yeah, you gotta keep pushing them in the grave. You know what I'm saying? Because they got 1 foot in it right now.
I think the only way the Pacers win this game is if OKC allows them to win it. And what I mean by that is if OKC doesn't start turning over the ball and start getting stagnant on offense, try to play one-on-one ball and stop moving the ball around and letting those guys like Wiggins and Wallace get wide open threes and hit, I think there's no way the Pacers can win this game tonight. But the Pacers always seem to find a way to win, man. They start getting those turnovers. They start playing that, that transition basketball. Then they can upset you towards the end of the game. But they're gonna have to do something when it comes to the half court offense, because when it gets to the end of this game, I know OKC is gonna turn that defense back up. So somebody's gonna have to get in that low post, and somebody's gonna have to, get those tough rebounds and get those second chance points that Indiana really, dominates in that area, getting those second chance points. They haven't been getting those tonight, and you see the results that has happened. But we're going to see what those boys do here in the second half, man. This has been the Aboriginal Sports Network NBA Finals, Game 5 halftime report, man. You got Big Shakes in the building, NYG22 in the building, and yours truly, Big Pat Sports Talk, man. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. And if you're watching on Twitter X, go ahead and hit that follow button for us, man. And we will be right back after these messages, man.
The Raisin Man.
Or just the Giants organization that really put Daniel Jones in the forefront and carried him in that type of light, man, on national TV.
$223. The suspension also opens the door for the Texans to release Al-Shahir at.
Then in 1976, guess who was hired? Absn fans. This is where preference plays the biggest.
I'm gonna have to knock this down and get the oohs and ahs of Houston.
Welcome to the Aboriginal Sports Network.
All right, this is something that that happened. It was just a flow of how we were calling the game in Game 4, man. This is the third quarter. We do the play-by-play, but we got three analysts here on the board, and we're just going to analyze what happens here in this third quarter, and we're just going to talk about what's going on in this game and how they're playing this game. So, third quarter is getting ready to start. Halliburton grabbing it. I think it's a calf. It looks like a shin.
Yeah.
Maybe a shin. I don't know.
Hey, Big Pat. Let me do something before the third quarter start, right? Let me juice this shit up a little bit, right? Excuse me. So, as y'all know, we already spoke on it briefly that I am now a part of the ABS crew. You know what I'm saying? And this is it's a good match. You know what I'm saying? it's like something that I keep telling NYG and Pat. It's like, you got blunt, you got weed. It's a perfect match, right? So, on that note, I want to really let y'all know what we have in store for y'all before the game has already started. But I'm gonna make this quick, but definitely hype. All right. So first off, the Shakedown is definitely a part of this. So the Shakedown Sports Network, Shakedown Sports Show, we will definitely have it on both networks, ABS and the Shakedown. So y'all look out for that, man. But also more shows on the way. We got the Shakedown PPP, which is Purple Pain Podcast. We got I will be a part of the Heart of the City with my boy NYG. All right. We got a new show that we are going to present to y'all as a debate show. You know what I'm saying? In the mornings for y'all to wake up to. You know what I mean? With the cold and the cracky eyes, y'all be like, oh shit, them ABS boys is on. You know what I'm saying? And that is called the Sideline Smoke. All right. The Sideline Smoke podcast, bruh, it's gonna be fire, man. It's gonna be me versus Big Pat every morning with topics that we gonna debate on with NYG as the moderator. Yeah, that's all I gotta say to y'all. Yeah, I mean, y'all get hyped for that one. Also, man, I got the Shakedown spoiler report where I'm gonna be giving reviews of urban upcoming shows or the shows that's out already. I'm just going to review them. We're going to have movie review shows. We got wrestling review shows. We're going to have them all on here. So, yeah, Shakes is here, and Shakes ain't going nowhere, man. Shakes is here to play. So, welcome me and the crew, and y'all stay tuned because we got so much in store for y'all going forward. This is going to be fire.
Yes, sir. You heard the man Shakes, man. Came here and shaking things up already. That's what he does. That's what is in his name. Shakes it up. Oh, good defense right there by the Pacers. So, this game here, getting back to this finals game, man. Pacers got it down to 14. Shy takes a jumper right there. That's what you want him doing. Let's see what this Pacers team does, man.
Never say die.
Yeah, they have that attitude, man. Their half-court offense is so bad, man. It's weird. It's just weird. Okay, Neesmith hits that three. All right, they got it to 11. Neesmith, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Now, yep. Oh, that's what you want. Okay. Oh my God, a backboard bank three right there by Lou Dort. Man, that was lucky as hell. It's back up to 14. But what are you guys seeing, man? Like, it's the same thing. This Pacers team, half-court offense is trash, man. Look at them. They're wild. All right, kick it in the corner for Turner for three. He hits that. Okay. They're catching some lucky breaks.
Oh, yeah, I just seen that shot now. That was a lucky shot. Sometimes you need that, though.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little luck because they're going to need a lot of it, man, to really take this.
Miles Turner with the three.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
Uses every foul that he has, man. That dude been fouling out every game.
Who that is?
Neesmith for the Pacers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
OKC is doing exactly what I said they were going to do in order for the Pacers to get back into this game.
He the new Artest for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's there so Halliburton don't have to use fouls.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Or should I say meta world peace?
Yeah, meta.
I think both these teams get in their own way, to be honest with you. OKC is not moving the ball again. They started doing that one-on-one stuff again. Like y'all, like they act like they can just one-on-one people like that. You don't really have that. Oh, and one right there by Williams. Defense is just awful in the NBA, man. Lord have mercy. And D. Smith with another foul. That dude stay fouling, bro. Like, man. I think he be out there playing NBA Jam a little bit. God, duh. And Turner don't move his feet. And they continue to let OKC just dominate the free throw line. It's ridiculous.
I'm telling you, it's a pattern, and it's a problem.
Yeah, major problem. Here we go, Turner shooting threes all game long. Man, y'all gotta stop that, bro. Get your big ass down there in the post.
Yeah, pissing Pat off.
I feel like this. I feel like when they get back to they find one of them big boys, like it's gonna be a big boy that just play a dominant game. It's gonna change the whole mystique of the game again.
Yeah, and then OKC plays in their hands too, turning over the ball, let them get a transition bucket. Timeout on the floor, 67-55, within 12. I think both these teams really getting their way. Now, I will ask you guys this question. With both these teams in the NBA Finals, are these teams just that good to be in the finals, or is that a detriment to the basketball that's being played in the NBA? I would like to hear y'all talk about that.
I think they both deserve to be there. And when you look at the Pacers, you gotta look at their coach too. You know, Rick Carlisle, a good coach, and like in the East, again, you're looking at that conference. Yeah, who else was deserving? You know, the Knicks, no. You know, the Celtics, you know, they flopped out. Tatum got hurt or whatever. You know, the Bucks got hurt with Lillard. You know, now they got questions. You know, Philly is trash right now. So it's like the Cavs, everybody thought they was going to do something, but, you know, they're not ready either. So the Pacers, yeah. And this was progressive. Remember, they was in the conference finals last year too. So they definitely deserve to be there. I think, and the Thunder, man, come on, they got the MVP. So, I mean, it's not even a question. They're talented. They definitely deserve to be there. I think it's just everybody's looking for that star, that gravitational figure to say, oh, okay, cool. Like, look what he can do, you know, but, you know, Shea ain't that, to be honest with you, but he's a really good player. And I mean, he is the MVP, but just not, I guess, flashy. You know, people looking for looks, people looking for how it looks, you know, they want a bunch of high energy players out there, you know, and these two teams, they just kind of, you know, go about their business, you know what I'm saying? Workmen like teams. And I guess people ain't excited about that. But to say they don't deserve to be there, man, you know, I'm not saying you saying that, but if people are saying that, then, you know, I think they're wrong, because I think both of these teams definitely deserve to be there. And they could be teams you could see in future finals as well, especially the Thunder. Because I don't think they're going nowhere, to be honest with you. But
now, my thing is, I disagree with you, but I'm not saying like you're wrong on what you're saying. So, yeah, I know that's a little confusing, but I'm going to explain, right? Because
all right.
My thing is, from why he's asking this is because of the NBA today. See, with your answer, it was really based on the NBA of today.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Yeah, they deserving to be there, but that, I don't think that was the purpose of the question. I think the purpose of the question was, like, for example, can either one of these teams match up with the Spurs or the Tim Duncans? Could they play and keep up with the Shaq and Penny Magic? Could they play with those Rockets with Hakeem Olajuwon? Hell no. They would have got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, these teams is nowhere near what these teams was before.
But we gotta. But it's different rules though too, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, and I don't know if it may be a detriment to it, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, you're right, but you're wrong because these guys, these teams right here, they wouldn't even have a chance against those teams, and those teams ain't even winning shit. Well, yeah, I mean the Spurs and Rockets did, but you know what I'm saying, the Magic and the Suns, and yeah, I mean, you can even go to Portland with Clyde Drexler. They can't match up with them.
Nah, they was nice.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Terry Porter.
Man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they deserve it for the NBA of today, but NBA of history? Hell no.
Nah, not in history. I mean, if the Thunder finished the deal, they did win 68 games, bro. Yeah. And they have the MVP. You know, now if the Pacers win, I mean, your argument, you know, is legit.
A little bit more legitimate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
I know this Pacers team would get crushed.
Yeah,
I know they would.
Demolished.
And I'll be honest with you, this Oklahoma City team would get crushed too.
That's my point. That's my point. Even them. Yeah, they deserve it of the NBA of today. Hell yeah. But when you go ahead and you match them up with the NBA of history, they ain't stand a chance against them teams.
Whatever are they playing in, though, bro? If they playing basketball in 1995, yeah, they will get demolished. If they playing basketball in 2025, they have a chance.
I see
a hell of a chance in 2025 because they're there.
I see your point.
But that's the point. I just the brand of basketball that it is today, you know, I think the defense is way too laxed. And I think the team aspect of it is way lower than what it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the role player has really gone away. I think so. Because even the guys that come in as role players, they try to do things like they're that guy when they get out there on the court. You know what I'm saying? It's dribble. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a brand of basketball that I think that has to change in order for the NBA to get back to the ratings that they were getting back during the 90s era and in the 80s era and the early 2000s era.
I'm gonna be
early 2010s.
Not to cut you, but Shakes had a point earlier that I want to touch on. And, you know, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I don't give a damn. Y'all hit that like button. This is what you get over here. It's the European players, bro. They brought a brand of basketball over here that wasn't seen in the game in America. And I think a lot of the players that's coming into the NBA now, they try to emulate that. You know, you see big men. You look at Chet Holmgren out there handling the basketball. He dunks. He shoots threes. Like, we don't have necessarily traditional big men that do those type things, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a type of basketball that's being infused in the NBA. Think about the 90s. You didn't have a lot of these international players playing back then. That's why the brand of basketball was different, you know. And
that's why I brought up Dirk.
Yeah. But Dirk had a style, but he wasn't like no Luka. He wasn't like no Giannis. You know, he wasn't like some of these players, Chet Holmgren, like some of these players coming in right now that, you're like, God damn, you 7'2", 3. Look at my man in San Antonio.
Wemby.
Like it's crazy, but that's the part of basketball that's being infused in the game today. And if you're a young player growing up, what you gonna do? Man, I gotta get to that level. You know what I'm saying? To be good in the NBA today. So you model your game after that. Man, forget defense. I gotta learn how to shoot a 3. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to dribble. You know what I'm saying? So the fundamentals, to Pat's point, they start to diminish because now the coach is looking at the game the same way. Like, oh, hell, what you can do? All you know how to do is grab rebounds. I can't use you. Dennis Rodman is phased out of the game. I need somebody that can shoot a 3. I need somebody that can dribble the basketball. So that's where you get these type of players, popping up in the game today. We could have went out there and played, but in the game today, if you can't shoot and dribble, you can't basically. They don't got a lot of use for you out there. So that's
why I like. My bad for cutting you, but that's why I like Zion, because I thought Zion was going to be that player to kind of bring that type of thing back, that old school feel back. But his injuries and all that kind of deflated all that. And then his off-field joint too. But I don't want to get into that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm saying, but yeah, like I thought he was going to be the one. But yeah, that's what I was alluding to earlier, and that's what you said. That I brought that point up. Yeah, I think now these international players and even these American players now is like you just said, man, fuck all that defense shit, man. I gotta go ahead and shoot 100 shots.
Right.
You know what I mean? I gotta be out there shooting 100 buckets.
Fuck what I really think.
Fuck all that. I mean, learn how to block and hold your post down. Fuck a post. I need to be in the paint. I need to be out there shooting a 3. I gotta be outside the lines. And back then.
You know what I really think hurt the game, man, is the loss of post play and the loss of the mid range.
Yep.
When you look at these games now, there's no mid range and there is no post play.
Yep.
None.
Line, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't do that overseas, bro. They don't play that type. That's what I'm telling you. They don't play that type of basketball, man. They play an up-tempo, fast-paced brand of basketball, man, and they shoot quick in within the shot clock. That's the thing too. Right, that's the thing too that the old game was about. You would dribble the shot clock down, until you found a good enough shot. Now it ain't about getting a good enough shot; it's about getting a quick shot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then once you get that quick shot, what happens if you miss? Rebound. Now that team got a fast break, because all your players was trailing because you never got set in your offense. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? If I grab a rebound and I run up the court real quick, all y'all is still, you know what I'm saying, behind me. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I shoot. Y'all still running that way and you're not set. You can't, you got to turn around, get back on defense. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way the game is being played right now. If you look at some of these games, man, they scoring 130, 140 points. Ain't no way in hell if you playing some real defense, a team should be scoring that much on a consistent basis.
That's a fact, bro. We
Right,
had finals games ending 84, 82.
Right.
78, 74.
And here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, as you remember the dream teams and all them teams or whatever, when we go overseas, we body them we bodied those dudes in the Olympics. Every time they couldn't even stand a chance against it because defense. You know what I mean? Like nothing you could do again. All that flashy shit goes out the water. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like that anymore in the NBA. It's not no, you know what I mean, hard body defense guys, and we just gonna bully you international guys because all y'all want to do is sit there and be soft and shoot. It's not like that now. Now we matching them. So now the game is more competitive. You can see these international guys even beating the damn USA teams when you ain't seen that shit before. That shit was not heard of. You're not beating the dream team. You're not beating a redeemed team.
Yeah, nah. And you know what else, bro? To your point, look, when they lost to us back in the 90s, you know, with the Dream Team, they knew, look, we can't compete athletically with these guys. The only way we can compete is to outshoot them. So now you gotta think psychologically, you know, it's like chess. You know, Pat always talks about this with football, but basketball is the same thing. It's like, all right, bro, you bigger, stronger, you gonna post me up and da. How I'm gonna beat you? I'm not gonna beat you with a post up game. I'm gonna shoot. I'll shoot you.
I'm gonna bring you out that post.
Right. So now, you know, and then you get an infusion of international players in the NBA that's shooting the hell out the basketball and, you know, being great players. And now it's like, oh, wow. Now we got to catch up because the game is changing. And the NBA, they played its part because they changed the rules, you know, to make the game more up-tempo and more fast-paced and less defense. And now you get what you're looking at right now.
Yep, same thing they did in the NFL.
And not only that, real quick though, with the big men being pulled out of the post. Now they they defending 3-pointers and all that. Now it's easier for these guards to just go ahead up and get these layups like they doing. Because there is no guy down there being like, yo, nope, I'm a wall. You're not getting past me. You're not getting this bucket. There ain't no Mutombos no more. You know what I'm saying? No. Now they just saying, yes.
Yep. And Oklahoma City is doing exactly what they need to do to lose this game. Yep. Keep on taking long range threes. Keep missing them. Yep. Shoot another one, Caruso. Miss again. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Single digits. Letting TJ McConnell get into the lane and hit 3 lane shots. And it's a 7-point game. Like, this is crazy, man. I tell you, both these teams are to their own detriment, bro.
Yeah, OKC is playing down right now. You know, they only shooting 39%. The Pacers are shooting 37% from the field. You know, the Pacers out rebounding the Thunder right now, 38-32. But the turnovers. Now the Pacers, you know, last time we said it was 11, I think 12. And they got 14. They toned it down a tad bit, but the Thunder now up to 8 turnovers. So, you know, they've been coughing the ball up.
Missing free throws now.
Yeah, it's playing down to your competition, and that's why they're not, you know, they're not an all-time great team, you know, like Shakes was pointing out earlier, you know, because of, you know, you should be crushing this team, man. You should be mopping the floor with this Indiana team. Now you're in a 2-2 game at home, and you're in a dogfight.
Yep. The people like TJ McConnell.
Yeah, they best players hobbled, got 2 points.
Now Obi Toppin taking it to the rack against them. 6-point game.
They don't stand a chance against those teams,
man. They would have got abused by them teams, bro. These dudes build leads and they still playing like they down by 15.
You know?
This is what I'm saying.
You up 15 points. You just coming down there chucking up threes, not wasting no clock.
This should be a damn, 20-point lead by now.
Yep, 24-point lead, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But now you in a dogfight. Why doesn't Obi Toppin do this more? I don't know. I mean, like, take it to the cup, man. Chet Holmgren is 170 pounds soaking wet.
Right.
And these are the rim protectors now. These, like, that's crazy.
What I'm saying. They're not, bro, physically, you know what I'm saying? Like, athletically, like I said, like to Shake's point,
another three.
People
put on the line.
The dream team and the athletes in America, they were more athletically, capable or whatever you want to call it. A lot of these international players, you know what I'm saying? You got your Lucas and your Jokic or whatever, man. But guys coming over here, man, a lot of players, period, just coming into the NBA, man, they don't have a lot of bulk to them. So you get these, these thin players, these skinny guys, man, coming in, and they not trying to go down low. They not trying to play no physical type of basketball. That's not their game. They're 3-point shooters.
Okay,
they're just tall.
Really blowing it. Pause.
I mean, we knew this though, man. It's that never say die attitude that the Pacers have, man. You know what I mean? But OKC, like I said, as far as their point, they just got to keep playing this OKC ball and they'll be all right.
You got TJ McConnell telling people you can't guard me. Well, that's
Pacers
crazy.
got Rick Carlisle. Like I said, man, it's their coach. They're a well-coached team, and they stay focused. They don't get rattled. That's what it is, man. This team ain't this team talent-wise. OKC, like I said, they should be killing them. Should be mopping the floor with them.
So, like, just for example, right? And I know this is going to be a little funny, but like playing NBA, right?
SGA missing free throws, man. That's crazy.
2K and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I had that mantra, and I'm talking about like not no recent shit. I'm talking about back when I was a beast, when I was a goddamn hawk. All right? I ain't a hawk no more. All right. So if anybody's in there like, yeah, I want to play your shades. Nope. Not good anymore. But anyway, right? So back then, yeah, I mean, I used to play with the Suns with Steve Nash and on in the Amari, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how far away it go back. All right, Steve Nash and Amari. So for me, I got that fast paced thing with me. So I love that team, and if I pick them, ain't nobody beating me. I don't give a fuck who you are. You not beating me with them. You not. So. You know what I'm saying? It always been, even if I'm down by 20, I'll go down by 20. And I still had that feeling like, all right, this motherfucker still can't stop me, though. I'm just going to hit a few fucking threes, stop them a couple possessions, and I'm going to be right back in the game. The Pacers have that mantra. They have that mindset. Like, I don't care how much we go down, we still got a chance because we can score at will.
I'm be honest with you, man. The fundamentals have totally left basketball, bro. I'm be honest. These dudes just run up and down the court. They're wild as hell. Nobody has no plan when they have the ball. They get to a spot to get this shot off. It's just weird, bro. It's just weird. Now I will say this: Luka knows how to do that. Luka knows how to do that to a T. But these dudes, these games. Shoot threes and run. That's it.
I'm trying to tell you, man, how it went down, bro.
The game today.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you how.
That's why
Now, I could do a whole thing on this if you want me to, man, bro. But I'm telling you how it went down. That Shakes is right on target with that dream team change.
Yeah,
bro. Like they had to catch up. They got embarrassed. The world got embarrassed. They couldn't compete on that level
at all, bro. At all. I mean, shit, bro. They was beating these guys by like 70 and 80 points. Wasn't even close, bro.
it's just weird, bro. Like, and then you have these young cats that will literally say that none of these old school cats will be able to do anything in today's NBA. Are you crazy? Those were grown ass men with the same athleticism. And look, TJ McConnell is going nuts. Baby Paxson is at 17 points now, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Paxson get like 4 points a game.
Like, and he's doing nothing special. He's just fundamentally sound. And I mean, he's going in the lane like he Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the point.
What, like bro, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. He has 12 points this quarter.
Man, like a big man back then were, you can't do shit like that. Connell can't go in a hole like that.
Right.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. Like you said, Paxson wasn't doing it.
Hell no. Paxson knew a turn. Look at that. Homer just threw the ball away. Bro. Like this is crazy. Look at these dudes just standing around, not going to the ball. Man, this shit crazy as hell, man.
Basketball.
Look at that. No fundamentals. Turn over the ball. Turnovers. That's why I asked that question earlier. This style of basketball, this brand of basketball is the reason why these two teams are here. I'm just gonna be honest with you,
bro, because I knew NYG kind of ain't really not to say he didn't understand what you was the question, but
no, he totally understands.
Right.
But you have to go by the terms of the basketball that's being played now.
Exactly. Today versus history. Yep. So that's why I say he was right. Yeah, they deserving to be there now. Well, how it is now. But if you're talking about history, fuck no. These teams are second round teams at best.
Yeah,
I don't think those Heat teams back in the day.
But the thing about it is, though, you know, if you picking a team, who you putting in a place?
From back then?
Nah, you got to pick somebody now. You can't. You can't grab a team from history and bring them into 2025 though, like that. Yeah,
but that's the point though. So, these are the best that you can get now.
Yeah, I mean it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
And I mean, man, like I think the brand of basketball, when they went over to that European style, like NYG said, I know that's a very unpopular subject to talk about the NBA because they really don't want you talking about that for some odd reason, like you're being like a bigot or something. I guess I don't know, but
nah, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
It's real. Fact. You know what I'm saying? When you came back in the day. I hate to keep saying going back in the day, but back in the day when you were a foreigner coming over, you had to be somebody like a Tony Kukoc or somebody. You see what I'm saying? And Tony Kukoc could play in a post, and he shot threes, and even he was only a sixth man. Now he could have started for other teams, yes, but he was on that Bulls team, and he was the sixth man. You know what I'm saying? And look what they did to Tony Kukoc. The Dream Team did to Tony Kukoc. Jordan and Pippen took it personally for whatever reason. They thought that, Reinsdorf or whoever was the GM at that time was picking him over them. And they made it a point to show you that, no, bro, this ain't what it is. You keep that foreign basketball over there, and you come over there, and he's going to have to get with the rules of what we do over here. Now, you just, like, Miles Turner. He wants to play like he's one of those guys overseas. Like, dude, you are literally 6'11", 7 foot, big body. Why are you never in the post, bro? I haven't seen Miles Turner go on the post not once and do some post moves. Remember when people used to go train with Akeem Olajuwon all the time? Now you don't even hear that no more. Kobe went to go train with Akeem Olajuwon. McGrady. You know, somebody like you. Y'all remember Bonzi Wells?
Hell yeah.
Man, he would be a monster in today's league.
Fuck yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then, you got the people like Steph Curry that made it even worse. Now he made it shooting threes from half court cool. Everybody ain't got the talent that he has. And would Steph Curry be like that back in the day? I don't think so. But I'm not saying he would be sorry, but he definitely wouldn't be doing what he's doing now.
But then that's the game, man. And you could we could do a podcast on this for real, man, because you got to think too now if we're over here trying to emulate the European players, but we got talent, better physical talent, you know what I'm saying? But we trying to be more technical, with dribbling and shooting threes, but we're not going to be those players, So again, it's now you got Miles Turner's wanting to shoot threes when he should have modeled his game to be a post player.
Yeah.
He would have been more successful, probably, or more effective, I should say. Not more successful, more effective. But again, that's what we doing though over here. That's what we doing. We trying to be, what we're seeing in the NBA today, which is Luka and Dirk, and Jokic's and Chet, these different players, man. Like, it's deep, man. Like,
operative word was physical.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. Like, physically, it's more. You got Zion Williams's, man. We Shaqs, like, I mean, but we want to shoot. Imagine Shaq and them trying to shoot. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Imagine Shaq sitting at the 3-point line. Nick,
crazy, bro.
I would lose my brain.
But you brought up Bonzi Wells, and when I think about Bonzi Wells and with the Portland Trailblazers and shit, I also think about Ruben Patterson.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like Patterson was good, but think about Patterson in the NBA today. He'll be a fucking animal.
Yeah, Stacey Augmon, same type player. Would have been nice in this league.
Man, listen. Crazy.
You need to tell me somebody like Clyde Drexler want to average damn near 40 in the league like this?
Clyde was killing them.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what Clyde would be doing in this era.
I think they've really, I'm not going to say ruined the brand of basketball because you can get back to it. But those guys in the low post aren't being built anymore because they looking at the NBA and they're saying, if I can't, dribble and shoot, I ain't even going to be able to be in the NBA because they went away from that game.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. They have to find that big man again that's just gonna be dominant as hell. Yeah, I mean, like that movie Nick Nolte he was in with Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, Blue Chip.
Go all the way to Zimbabwe, get that man. I don't care. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that
somebody's
man
gonna have
has
to
to
stop.
be a dominant guy, bro.
Yeah,
And he'll bring it
somebody's
back.
gonna have to stop going along to get along, bro. Somebody's really gonna have to come in there and be like, look, bro, I'm just going in here and I'm gonna be dominant. Give me the ball on the post and let me dunk on these little frail ass dudes, and let me change the way that this game is going.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not hard to guard those dudes on the outside, because it's not like they're shooting 60% from three. These dudes are not shooting like that, and they're missing a bunch of shots. You
But
go
then
to the
you
big
gotta-
men in the
but then
NBA that
you-
shoot all them threes.
You gotta understand too, man, with the fouls being called, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't hand check no more, man. You know, you know, every little you know, you look at a player wrong, you know, they blowing the whistle and things like that. So it's got to be, you know, a change in the style of play in the game. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. You guys are right though. You know, it's gonna take a player that plays that type of style, and then the NBA, what they'll do is say, "Oh,
copycat
is a player, yeah." So let's, you know, and then the NBA will, and the league itself will say, "Okay, let's cater the rules a little bit because we're getting more players like this in the game."
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a player that force people to adapt.
Because that's what Steph Curry did. That's what LeBron did. You know, that's what some of these European players did. You know, they came in there, and then the NBA started catering the rules to them. That's what do you think happened?
And
That's
then,
what
another thing that's a problem, the physical big men that are in the league, they have no offensive skill set whatsoever. Mitchell Robinson, no offensive skill set, none. That's what's hurting the big man. He plays a defensive style, but he has no offensive moves whatsoever. He has no, teardrop shot, no hook shot, no nothing.
He's not being taught that, bro. He's being taught, hey, you need to learn how to dribble or shoot threes. Okay, well, obviously he can't do either one of those. So his best bet is to say, well, shit, I can block some shots. Maybe I can get my way in there. I can grab a couple rebounds. I mean, that's what players are doing today just to try to get into the league, bro. But yeah, he could be a guy like Mitchell Robinson could be way more dominant if he developed a post game. But who's developing it for him? Nobody, because they ain't using it. It ain't part of the offense.
And maybe it's just being outlawed.
Oh no. If the coach come in there and say, look, this is how we're gonna play, we're gonna play, the D'Antoni style, the 5-second shot clock joint. You were 5 seconds or less, you gotta shoot whatever that shit was he came up with, and if you playing that style, what good is it for me to develop a post game or develop this guy's post game? Nah, what I need you to do is go down there. If these guys miss when they shoot, you need to get the rebound. That's what we're going to use you for.
You know what the big man has turned into? The big physical big man? It's like when you used to play out there and used to do pickup games, and that one big tall dude out there, and you just want him to go out there and put his hands up and rebound.
Yeah.
He had no moves. He was slow. He was uncoordinated.
That's what they're doing. Yeah,
And
like when you doing shoot arounds, yeah. And that guy that's just running around grabbing the rebounds.
That's exactly what they are. Like my cousin Eric. Shout out to him, Eric Churchwell. We used to throw him down there in the low post all day. You tall, man. Get down there and just stand there.
Yeah. And the thing is, bro, it had to be a point in time where this dude had to dribble or shoot the basket or something that you was just like, all right, you know what? You just go down the back. You know what I mean? Just go down the court, bro. Because this man is just dribbling. He can't keep the dribble. The ball going all over the place. You like, yo. All right, look, man. You ain't gonna let us lose this game, all right? So look, you just go down there, put your hands up, grab these rebounds. I got everything else, bro. If you get open, I got you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just put the ball in the basket. All right, but you not touching this ball, bro. Otherwise, bro, that's not
they like to scrub big man on those teams back in the day. You know the big man that came in like Luke Longley and them. Even Luke Longley had a jump shot. But nigga, it's like a bunch of man. I can't even think of one of those big men back in the day that
Bill
was just
Cartwright,
trash.
Herb Williams, you know what I'm saying? Chris Dudley.
Yeah, Chris Dudley
like
and somebody like them. They just come off the bench and they got 6 good fouls and can grab some rebounds.
Yeah.
That's what the big man has become today. And that's your starter. The power forward has literally left the game of basketball. There's no more power forwards.
Nah, they all guards, like Shake says.
That was normally what your power forward was. If it wasn't somebody like a Tim Duncan, and really the power forward was dominant in the 90s. And the center was like kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? But the center still had a hook shot. You still can move in the post and turn around and do a hook shot.
Your center could hit a foul line jump shot, a baseline jump shot, from 15 foot or something like that, man. They could hit those, bro.
Well, just back a motherfucker down.
Right
under the hole.
Nigga, you are 7
foot. You can have an easy motherfucking layup or dunk.
But they were versatile, bro. That's what I'm saying. These guys are one-trick ponies these days. They don't even play both sides of the basketball, bro.
G. You had to have post moves back then. That was a thing.
I know
it's a long time ago, but that was a thing.
That's true. That is true, man. And these guys don't even guard no more. They don't even play defense. That's the thing, man, too. Like, you don't even – you got big men that don't play defense. How you going to have a guy
these guys can't inbound the ball without turning the ball over. This shit is ridiculous.
This dude had 1 block, bro. Your big men don't even play defense. They don't even block shots, bro.
No.
Like some of these guys, man.
You know how bad it is? Rudy Gobert won the Defensive Player of the Year 3 times in a row. That's how bad it is. And Rudy Gobert is soft as pudding. You see what I'm saying? Like, no skill set. SGA, MVP of the league, can't even inbound the ball hardly without turning the ball over.
Can you imagine Gobert going against a Barkley?
I'm telling you, bro.
Would have been like Sean Bradley.
Let me go lower. Him going against Oakley.
Abused. Glenn Robinson or somebody like that. Abused.
What? Bro. And don't let me say
Kemp
Rodman.
Or somebody. Oh my
Don't let me say Rodman. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Rodman.
Oh my gosh.
If Rodman is rebounding like that back in the day with people like Shaq and them out there, Rodman would have probably averaged 30 rebounds a night. Easily.
Oh my gosh, bro. He was doing it against them. Getting fucking 20 rebounds and fucking 6-7 blocks. Man, can you imagine now?
And the defense is trash. There are no defensive sets anymore in NYG.
Will Chamberlain?
No. Nope.
You think Rodman was Will Chamberlain? You're like, I don't know. This motherfucker got 70 rebounds?
OKC finna lose this game.
It's getting tight.
Yeah,
it's getting real tight in that building right
game.
now.
It's getting to be a 4-point game. It's getting to be a 4-point game.
When things get tight over there in OKC, man, it don't be turning out well for them boys. They don't play well under pressure.
No.
Great point, y'all. So I just seen this. It was like probably like 9:21 mark, something like that. But the dude gets the rebound for OKC. I think SGA missed the layup or whatever. No, he got his shit blocked. Dude gets the rebound and immediately shoots the damn ball.
Yeah.
Wasn't no resetting. Wasn't no resetting the offense.
Immediately shot the ball.
I mean, let's set this back up. No, it was immediately shoot the ball right back up. So to your point, yes, I mean, that's how it is today. Like, there is no getting down and setting it or half court, setting up your offense and picking rolls and stuff like that. No, motherfucking straight up.
This shit is
Get down
trash,
the
bro.
court and shoot the ball, and hopefully my dude get the rebound so we can shoot the ball again, and we can shoot as many times we want. We gonna make one. Yeah,
We're gonna make one.
You remember watching basketball back in the day where it was sets, like it was like, okay, whose style is gonna win this game? You know, everybody had a style of basketball they play. These dudes just running.
Nope, ain't no such thing as no fucking triangle offense and none of that shit.
Nothing, bro. There's no sets. There's no defensive sets. You remember when niggas used to run the 2-3 zone?
Offense was everything. Motherfuckers was like, yo, Phil Jackson triangle offense, you can't beat it.
Right.
Shit is dead now, bro.
There's no sets being ran. There's no defensive sets being ran. It's just run, screen, and nothing else. Look, these niggas, these big men are so trash, bro. I can't stand them, bro.
We not fives no more, man.
He said they everybody's a 2 or a 1.
There's no role in the team no more.
DJs, bro, they on the 1s and 2s.
Yeah, can you look at these two teams and figure out the roles of these players? I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Only one I can figure out is the center.
Yeah, set a screen.
I don't
These
know.
These niggas are literally playing 2K, bro.
I don't know what position the other guys could be. They all they look the same, bro. Like they're the same size almost, damn it. It's just
it's wild.
Hardenstein is the definitive center. I don't know what the position the other guys are playing, basically. If I'm looking at this, like just looking at it from like I never seen it before.
2-point game. See, I could go nuts.
This is wild.
And even
there's no offensive set.
Look at where Harveston is at, though. Look at where he defends. Like he's not in the post.
Nah, he's out. He's out. Yeah, he's out chasing on the wing.
Yeah, man.
Chasing the wing, guys. Chasing the chicken wing.
Yeah, that's all he do.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Fives ain't fives no more, man.
Look at this shit here. These teams are so stupid. You get it down to a 2-point lead, and then you just give it right back up, bro. There's no sets. That's why you're getting so many turnovers, because there's no sets. Niggas are just running around. Hey, come get the ball. Come get the ball. How many times have you seen a point guard come up the court and hold up his finger? You know how Mark Jackson used to do this shit back in the day?
Bro.
And you hold 1 or 2, and everybody start going until they set.
They don't do that shit.
Oh,
you don't even see that no more.
He's turning the ball over. Indiana
Niggas just come down
turning the ball over
and run around to try to get open at the 3-point line.
Man, this is crazy.
That's it. That's it, bro. Like, having you two brothers here on this stream just makes me look at the game the exactly way I'm looking at it. And this product, man, this product is kind of sad. You remember when Gary Payton used to come up, man, and he'd be talking the whole way up, pointing people in direction. Hey, you get here. Hey, you get here. You get here. You sorry, motherfucker. You can't, man, get your ass. Hey, you get right over there, cuz I'm going to pass it right to you. Go in the low post. You know when they used to just feed Rasheed Wallace when he was with the Trailblazers?
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace would get right there when he's supposed to be right there at the post. Bring the double team. Somebody cut.
Rod Strickland.
Yeah. There are no sets being ran, bro. And I know I ain't tripping. I know I ain't. It's
Man,
just a bunch of dudes running around
because
the
you
3-point line.
gotta look at the assist numbers too, man. Like assist, like even back in the day, man, you used to have point guards, man, consistently averaging like 8, 9, 10 assists, double digits of assists. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the top point guards, you know what I'm saying, were consistently up there, man. And like now, you know, these guys, man, they don't really model their game like that. That's what I'm saying. So those numbers, man, you know, those guys, man, like look at a guy like Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Like those assist numbers should be way higher. You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to be it's too many of these what they call combo guards, and that's basically the name they give them for the new 2 guard. It's just a 2 guard. You a 2 guard, but you small, so you got to run point. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like matchup wise, you got to run point. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But you really a 2 guard. You know. And back in the day, those guards, it wasn't a lot of use for those guards. Those smaller 2 guards, you know, because on defense they couldn't match up. But since they don't play no defense now, you see a lot of these guards, and you know where that came from. That was Steph Curry. You know, you're smaller, basically a 2 guard, but you run point because, you know, defensive wise, you can't match up against a 6'6", a real true 2 guard, 6'5", 6'6".
There's no positions no more, man. This is really pickup game basketball, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's NBA
game
Park
basketball. Yeah. It's NBA 2K. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, shit, niggas even run plays on 2K.
I do.
Fact.
But that's what it is.
This is all it is, bro. There's no discipline on defense. What happened to people getting trapped? What happened to that, man?
Yeah, coaching. You know, the coaches ain't coaching it either. So, you know, you play how you coached. You know what I'm saying? Your team gonna play how they coached. You know, yeah, it's a lot of individual aspects to basketball, but again, if you told to shoot a bunch of threes, shoot a bunch of threes. Because again, if you're shooting them, and I'm telling you not to shoot them, you on the bench. But these guys are allowed to just jack up these dumb shots.
Like, this shit crazy.
If you shot a bad shot with a guy like Pat Riley back in the day, you coming off the court. What you shooting that for? You know, or a guy like Don Nelson, or you know, one of these old school coaches. What's my man's name? Damn, man. Was for the Celtics. Red Auerbach.
Yeah,
back
Red
in the day.
Auerbach.
You know what I'm saying? Lenny Wilkins. You had you know, coaches like that if you took a bad shot, you know, or you know, you didn't get back on defense or something like that, something fundamental, you was coming off the court.
Yeah, look at this, turnovers every time.
These guys are allowed to.
Gilgeous Alexander back up to 10. Turning the ball over because you have no offensive sets, bro. I haven't seen Indiana run one offensive set, bro.
You ain't got a plan. That's what I'm saying. They plan is flawed. One trick pony. Like I said earlier.
Set a screen, run to the 3-point line. Set a screen, run to the 3-point line. This shit is trash, bro. And it's making me mad. Screen, 3-point line. That is 2K to a T. Like, that is crazy. Like, look. They have no plan on offense. Set a screen. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Dribble. Set a screen. Another turnover. It's like, that shit is bad, bro. Even OKC. Set a screen. Kick it out to the 3. Drive. And that was a good shot right there by Williams. 13-point game. Trash, man.
Shot with 27 now. In the game.
Yeah, I mean, Williams got 37, I believe.
And that's what OKC needed, man. They needed those two guys to step up and take this game with this, Pacers team that seems to be running out of luck. The glass slippers is coming off.
Yeah,
that's what I said, man. Like, I knew the Pacers, they was gonna stick in there because that never say die attitude. But if the if the OKC and just stick to that OKC ball, they're gonna be all right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I couldn't be a coach, man. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't know how to slow the game down? You see they trying to run all day. Slow the game down. Let's get into a half-court set. They don't know what to do. What do they do in practice? You see what I'm saying? Like, what do they do in practice, bro?
That's what I'm saying. It's coaching, man. Coaching has a lot to do with that too, man. People think NBA coaches are irrelevant, man. I'm sorry. Like I said, if I tell you to set a pick, and then cut to the baseline or whatever,
another turnover,
and you come down the court, and instead you jack up a 3-point shot, I'm taking you off the court. But see, these players, and this is a lot of talks in NBA circles, it's the players versus the ownership, the power of the players, empowering the players, how these players have a lot of power in the game. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking Shea off the court. He's going to shoot as many goddamn dumb shots he wants to if he feel like it. He's not that type of player, but you have players that are like that. James Harden. You know what I'm saying? And you're not taking him off the court because he's making a shit ton of money and he's empowered. He got more power than you as a coach. Now when the power starts to shift back to the team aspect, when the coach is getting powered more and they start to actually develop some type of system to run, like they had the triangle offense back in the day with Phil Jackson and
another turnover.
They had different defensive systems and things like that. Motion, was big back then, but they don't run that type of stuff now. It's ISO ball.
That's it.
So if you don't have one of those ISO type players, you get an NBA finals like this. I mean, Shea, give him his credit, but they play more of a team oriented style, and shout out to their coach for and shout out to Shea or Shy or however you say it, but the shout out to him because he could be one of those type of players and not buy into that style and just want to go off every single game like that. OKC it's going to be a tough team to beat if they stay together and they stay focused on, their culture.
Look at this shit. Man, these motherfuckers Pacers need their ass whooped. They do, man. I mean, these dudes had like 6 possessions in a row with a turnover. And they just running. Like they just running, bro. Look, these
No
niggas
plan.
falling everywhere.
Ain't got no plan.
There's no plan, bro. OKC really don't even have a plan, but they got a little bit of a plan. This shit is the Pacers doing
OKC got a plan on defense. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, they feed off their defense. Yeah, they got SGA, you know, and Jalen Williams, you know what I'm saying? But those guys run hot and cold, you know, sometimes. And you can bog them down on offense. But defense, they're gonna stay consistent. You know what I mean? And they have a style and an aggressive style that they play. And, you know, a lot of times that fuels their offense when they get turnovers, which Indiana is gladly giving them in this game. So that's how you get it done. This game was close, but like you said, they keep turning the ball over. So guess what? You're making it easy for them.
Right.
You're making offense easy for them. You know, OKC's not. I don't think they're just dynamic offensive team. They're a great defensive team in this age of the NBA. You know, so now if you playing into that defense by turning the ball over, yeah, you making it easy for them on offense too, and they don't have to work as hard. Because like you said, they don't have a great plan on offense either.
They don't.
But they have a great plan on defense. That's how they getting it done.
This dude got 40 points, and I don't even know how he got the 40. I don't know how he got the 40, bro, but
easy buckets. That's how.
I remember a 40-point game, you'd be looking at like Tracy McGrady, somebody was like, God.
Because he is working for it, yeah.
This nigga put that nigga in the post.
Kobe worked for them points. Michael Jordan worked for
back
them
to
points.
the post.
Yeah.
He doing fadeaways from the left shoulder, fadeaways from the right shoulder. He going to the basket, get to the free throw line. That man worked his ass off tonight. These niggas, they get like 18 turnovers in a row. Yep, let me grab it and run.
Yeah. Layups, dunks, you know, wide open 3-pointers. Oh yeah, pretty easy.
You remember seeing Iverson work when he won that?
Man, he worked. Yo.
He worked. I said, man, I don't know how this dude gonna survive.
Earned them points.
Like I don't get this brand of basketball, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro. I get in shape and I can hit threes, nigga. I can get me a roster spot. I'll be honest with you. Because I ain't got to play no defense because nobody else don't play no defense either.
I could already hit free throws, bro. Yeah. Like I'm already there with that. So if you foul me, I'm gonna make you pay. You know what I'm saying? So don't even go there with that. You know, but yeah, my 3-pointer is all right. But yeah, if it get more consistent, if I get up to about 45%,
that's
good money.
Give me a contract. Give me 8
I could still run too. I was like, I could run. Like I could still run. You know what I mean? And I play defense. I'll play defense.
These niggas, you know how many turnovers that I've seen off the inbound in this game? That is ridiculous. That is, look, everybody just stand at the 3-point line. That's all they do. Nobody boxes out. What happened to boxing out, man?
Yeah, it's fundamental flaws. A lot of fundamental flaws in this
Everybody
game.
Run down the court, go right to the 3-point line. Look, stand at the 3-point line. Why you got 3 niggas at half court? I don't understand this shit. Look at that! Look at the offensive sets. This shit is bad, bro. The 3-point line. Nobody goes to the post area to get the ball in the post. What the last time have you seen that in an NBA game, bro? Nigga could go right there to the post and call for the ball. Look, 3 points all day long, 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
niggas ain't ready to get the ball. Like
that's what they told to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the system that's being built in these NBA locker rooms.
This nigga 7'2" let Naismith go over the back of his head and dunk it over.
Yeah. Get your buckets.
Ridiculous.
Yes. Not a great night for one Tyrese Halliburton. 34 minutes, 4 points.
Yeah, that is
6 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 turnovers.
Ridiculous.
0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3-point line. All 4 of his points from the foul line. He was 4 for 4. You can't talk about this guy being no type of superstar or any conversation like that when you have a performance like this, bro. Now, if he's hurt, I get it. To Shake's point, hey, players have played hurt before. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't work out, man. Shout out to Pascal Siakam, though, man. He had 28 tonight. But you got to get more, man. You got to get more. You got to get more. A little TJ McConnell, he stepped up, man. But little baby Paxson, man. But 18. But you got to get more from Halliburton, and everybody wants to, talk about him as being because he had big shots against the Knicks. All these Knicks fans all popping up out of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He beat the Knicks. Look here, man. That don't make you no superstar.
It doesn't.
That don't make you no superstar because you hit some big shots in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. You know how many people done that before. So and you coming up real short here tonight in this game. And look, we said it, OKC wins this game, man. This series is more than likely done now. Tyrese Halliburton, I guess they're gonna give him an injury excuse.
Mm-hmm.
He's hurt, so they can't get it done, man. Bull crap. I'm with Shakes on this one, man. Go out there and play basketball, man. Sick of this 6.
He ain't too hurt. He out there running full speed.
Right, exactly. 4 minutes. Played 34 minutes.
And not hit one shot from the field.
Nothing.
That is crazy.
Nothing.
That is crazy.
And be aggressive. You shot 6 shots. You shot 6 shots. TJ McConnell shot 14. Benedict Mathurin shot 11. Why wasn't he getting involved? Get active. We can't put this guy up there as some type of superstar and then come out here with this crap. I'm sorry, man, but you don't see these type of performances from SGA. That cat show up every game. He ain't always, dropping 30 or 40, but he gonna give you around that on most nights. You know what I'm saying? And he been consistent. And Tyrese Halliburton, man. Who?
I'll tell you, man, his best way is to play pure point guard, man.
That's why they be talking about him being overrated and stuff like that, man. Like, you came up big against the Knicks. I get it. You had some good games in the playoffs. Give him his credit. But superstar status, Magic Johnson status, man, oh, no. Nah, son. Nah, take a seat. That's why I said Mark Jackson. I ain't giving you that right now. Mark Jackson showed up.
He wasn't going no offer from the field.
Yeah, he showed up.
Yeah, because he'll put you in the post too.
Yeah, like, stop it. That's why I called him a fake Reggie Miller. And I mean that shit. The boy can play basketball. I'm half joking, man, but like, you ain't show up, man. You ain't show up tonight. And you want to, run around doing choke signs and strutting, on this revenge tour, the revenge of Halliburton. He want to take everybody down for calling him overrated. Yep. Shout out to Pascal Siakam. Mm-hmm. He came to play.
That's why he won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP over Halliburton. Oh, he's finna get up there and get the MVP. Siakam was consistent, my nigga.
Right. But he quiet, though, so he don't get none of the credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, Siakam at 28 tonight.
Right.
Siakam out there. The defense chain, Indiana just gave him the ball. Some goofy ass dudes out there, nigga.
Yeah. $23 turnovers.
6 turnovers a quarter.
In the NBA Finals.
That is ridiculous.
And you got, this point guard is supposed to be, great with the ball. 3 turnovers for Halliburton tonight. So 3 turnovers, 4 points, no shots made from the field.
He doesn't assert himself at all, bro.
You only had 6 assists. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't be one of those type of players and not be and basketball is about effort, man. Basketball, yeah, you got to be athletic, and it's skills, obviously, man, but you got to have effort, man, and you got to have a mindset, when you're a superstar, to have a killer instinct, man. You know good and well you need to be aggressive tonight. You know good and well you needed to. You ain't need to be passive tonight. You got to know when to be passive, man. You can't just sit back and, all right, y'all take over the game every night. I'm just going to throw y'all the ball when you open.
Nah. He started off that game with like 6 points in the first half.
Nah, bro. And people talking about you being a superstar and you in the NBA Finals. Nah, man. I'm coming out, man. Yo, I'm taking it to the basket. I'm trying to get fouls. You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting. I'm setting some plays to where, hey, coach, man, like, let's run some screens, man. Let me get open, man. Let me get some open shots. Get this guy the ball, man. He needs to set the tone. How you going to be a tone setter as a point guard? But you didn't have no points in the first half, and you finished the game with 4 for 4 from the freaking free throw line. How is that, man? And how people talking about you being a some type of, like, no. Superstar, nah, man. Mark Jackson, try harder, man. You gotta come with more of an effort in an NBA Finals game that's tied 2-2 with your team with an opportunity to win its first. Shout out to you, Shakes. Its first NBA championship.
Yep.
And now you're looking like you might come up short once again.
And you know what's so ironic is that for somebody that has that mantra of, you know what I mean, that trademark, you know what I mean, holding at your neck and the dude choking with the, you know what I mean, Reggie Miller, Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
But that's all your team has done in history.
Yeah, they beat up on the Knicks. That's it. That's what they good at.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
get
your
past
mantra.
the Knicks and then they turn into mush. It's over.
That's the trademark.
Every time.
That's all your team has done.
That's a fact, bro. Yo, think about it. They did it last year. As soon as they beat the Knicks, they got beat by Boston. Got mopped by Boston. You know what I'm saying? Then this year, you beat the Knicks. Yeah, we in the NBA Finals. Yep. Well, let's go back to being who we are.
OKC tried to give you the game.
That's what we do. We choke.
Beat the Knicks.
Bad, man.
Only if they could play the Knicks in every round. They have 30 championships.
Round, they'd be legit, nigga.
They'll win every chip if they had to play the Knicks.
That's wild.
Shame on the Knicks, too.
For letting them do it, right?
Yeah, shame on them.
Could have been you.
Oh,
Could have been you in the finals.
72 or is it 73?
This nigga, Halliburton, bro. That shit is crazy. You took 6 shots?
Yeah.
You want to know another thing that's crazy? Miles Turner only took 5.
Yeah, well, I don't expect much from him, man. But Halliburton, man, I mean, look, bro. They talking about you being in superstar status, man. You know, you're supposed to be the man for this team. And you let the backup take... He made more shots than you took. Yeah.
Nigga, motherfucker, Benedict Mathurin took 11 shots.
I can't take. Yeah, I can't take this dude's. I can't take him serious, man. I'm sorry. No disrespect to him, man, but like, as far as him being this great player, I don't. He's all right. He you know, he's a good point guard. You know, if this was the 90s, you know, he probably would be, you know, one of those, considered one of those top players. But I mean, look, man, this is 2025. You play in the modern day. It ain't my fault you was born when you was born. Look, bro, you got to be aggressive. It's 6 shots in the NBA final, and then look, you talking shit too, Hallie. You know, like Shake said, you run around with choke signs and, you know, talking about this and that, whatever. So you got to step up, man, and put your money where your mouth is, as they say. Like, this is bad, bro. It's a bad performance, man. I'm not excusing it. It's no excuse. Halliburton let his team down, and the Pacers are 1 game away from being eliminated once again.
You know what's funny is that you get to be present in the moment. And that's what I kind of love about sports, but then I also hate it. You know what I'm saying? Because it will blind you for a second. And what I mean by that is, I seen all these clutch shots by Howdy. and I start to be like, yo, like, who we make these clutch shots like this, man? This is ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is historic here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's he's hitting the mark as being as clutch as anybody in this era. Yeah, I spoke like that. I spoke of the Kawhi Leonard. I think y'all remember that. So I'm like, I'm looking at this and it's like, I gotta take that back, and not just because of 6 shots or whatever the case may be. That's bad, but the simple fact of in the clutch category, that means it doesn't matter your clutch. No matter the circumstance is, you're going to come through. That is what clutch means. So whether your calf hurt, your arm hanging by a thread, you know what I'm saying? You're going to find a way to win the goddamn game. That's clutch. So I have to take that back. Yeah, you got clutch moments and you got clutch shots. And it was historic. It's going to be memorable. But when it all boiled down to it and you had the chance to become a legend, did you? When you had a chance to become a champion, did you? Or did you cry about your calf and said, I was just too hurt?
Yeah, bro. Ray Allen hit clutch shots. Robert Ory hit clutch shots. Sean Elliott hit clutch shots. You had we talked about Steve Kerr, Craig Elo. You guys hit clutch shots, you know what I mean? Derek Fisher hit clutch shots. It don't make you no superstar. You're just a good player, a very good player. You know what I'm saying? He's above average, but you're not the guy. And the Pacers, what they need is a guy for real. Pascal Siakam needs some help. Pascal Siakam is consistent. He is somebody I will build around. Halliburton too, man, but they can't put Halliburton out there like he's that dude that's going to be this aggressive scorer and come through every time. I don't think he has that mindset, and it showed up tonight. And they need to go and get somebody that can be like, all right, Halliburton, do what you do and throw me the ball and let me do my thing, because you're not going to do it, bro. You're not. You're not. You don't even have the mindset to, because if you had that, you wouldn't have took 6 shots. Even if you hurt or you hobbled or whatever, you out there for 34 minutes. What you out there for? If you just standing around.
Yes.
Because you ain't playing no defense. Don't tell me you out there for defense. Get out of here.
Them niggas is out there running around, bro. Watching this whole game, man, I didn't see not one person.
Man played 34
minutes. Them niggas are literally running across half court, setting screens and running to the 3-point line and get somebody open for a 3. That's all offense is in the NBA now. How did 2 teams that play like that on offense get to the finals? That's why I brought that brand of basketball thing. Do they deserve to be in the finals? Yes, because of the era that they played in. NYG is absolutely right. That brand of basketball is absolutely mind-boggling to me, bro. I didn't see the Pacers set up one play, and they still put up 109 points. That's the crazy part about it, NYG.
Yeah.
These dudes don't set up no plays. They don't set up nothing. They just run.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. Like, literally, that is it. And that has to change, man. That got to change, bro. This brand of basketball,
or maybe it's just these two teams. I don't know. I see different stuff.
It ain't the two teams. It's how basketball is being branded, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, you know, maybe we can go into depth a little bit on a show. But that's how it's being branded, man. And you know, when you have a fluctuation of talent from overseas combined with, you know, trendsetters like Steph Curry, you know, James Hardens of the world and different players like that who, you know, are shooters and scorers, but, you know, defensive liabilities are, you know, to put it nicely, you know, and you get that. What hurts the game though is when you have big men that have that style as well, you know, and that's what Shakes was alluding to earlier. And, you know, you don't want to see your big men out there playing like Steph Curry, you know, and that's what the issue is, you know what I'm saying? And so the NBA has to get back to the big men playing like big men, and then we'll get back to the game being the game again. You know, once you get these big guys back to the post. Because the guard's supposed to be out there shoot. I give them credit. They supposed to shoot. You ain't supposed to shoot from half court, but you're supposed to be it's a shooting guard. That's the position. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But my power forward and center shouldn't be shooting.
I don't see one big man run to the post and call for the ball in the post. One time, bro.
Why you think guards have high rebounding average numbers, bro? Because they the ones down there getting the rebounds because the big men's out there shooting. Why Josh Hart getting rebounds and stuff, bro? He's 6'4". Come on, man. Think about it. Think about it.
If all the centers is out there boxing out to get the rebound.
The guard, he quick, so he gonna be quicker to the ball. He can run down and get the rebound. I'd average a triple double in the NBA today, bro. You could easily get 10 rebounds. Assists is easy to get 2. 10 points. Shit, nobody play defense.
You got niggas like TJ McConnell getting 12 rebounds, nigga. Like, come on, man.
You see what I'm saying? That would never happen. Man, come on, bro. Salute to Muggsy Bogues, spoil what guys like that. Man, come on, bro. Come on, man. You might get 5 rebounds. You're not getting 10, 12 averaging 8 rebounds a game. He's the point guard.
One nigga had more than 10 rebounds in this game, and that was Chet Holmgren. Nobody on the Pacers had 10 rebounds. Nobody on the Pacers had more than 6. And that was Tyrese Halliburton that had the 6 rebounds. Well, he had 7 rebounds.
It's crazy, man.
That shit wild, bro.
That's how. Yeah, that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on.
7 rebounds. You can't put the team on your back.
Right. See what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, he wouldn't have got them 6 rebounds. How you get, well, when you got Miles Turner and all these guys jacking up threes and shooting, yeah. I guess I'll go down and get this rebound. I ain't doing nothing else. Like,
you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 4 blocks, bro. He don't play no defense, bro. How you keep getting your shot blocked by Shai? And the Pacers, only ones that got blocks on the team was fucking Benedict Mathurin with 2 and Siakam with 2.
Benedict Mathurin. 8 rebounds for the Pacers. He led the team. He's a 6'5" guard. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Halliburton had 7 rebounds. He's a 6'5" guard. This is what I'm talking about. Your big men, Siakam, 6, Miles Turner, 6 rebounds. What you see what I mean? Like, bro, that's why I said what I said about Chet Holmgren. Because he's the only one on the court that actually plays somewhat like a big man. Even he shoots threes and shit like that. But on defense, he plays the role of a center. That's why he's effective out there for OKC. Indiana don't have nobody that do that, bro.
You got Lou Dort, who's a legit 6'3" with 8 rebounds, nigga.
Tell me how it worked.
How is Lou Dort getting more rebounds than Miles Turner? I have no clue. Miles Turner played 25 minutes. A lot of man. That shit wild, man. Obi Toppin taking 5 threes.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, this is. This is the game. You know, this is how they play now, and I mean, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I would like to see the big man come back into the game too, the true big man. But it's the style of basketball, man, and how it's designed, bro. Like, they shoot a lot of threes, man. 30 plus again. Like, they wasn't shooting as many threes back, bro. And then, like you said, with the defense not being played, you know, a lot of these threes, they be wide open. That's what you're killing me. Wide open. I mean, wide open. So, yeah, that don't help either, because you ain't put no pressure on the three-point shooters. Y'all don't want to play defense. So, yeah, you're going to get 120, 130 point, 140 point games consistently. All you got to do is shoot. The shots is open. You just got to make them.
That's it. It really goes down who got the better 3-point percentage. That's who wins.
9 times out of 10 it do. Yeah.
Real talk.
9 times out of 10 it do, man.
Whoever got the best 3-point percentage is going to win.
Yeah, it's a 3-point contest. That's why the 3-point contest and took over the dunk contest. Nobody want to watch the dunk no more. It's about the 3-pointers. You notice that? It's not
out there just chucking up shots, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no fundamentals being worked on no more. Ain't no dribble drills. Ain't no footwork drills. Ain't
because
no
the dunk
plays
contest
being
takes
ran.
creativity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we not doing that. Creative. Screw that. We just want to shoot, man. Shoot.
You don't know how to get to a spot and take a shot no more. I haven't seen one point guard come up the court and hold his finger in the air to tell what play is going to be ran. Ain't no plays being ran.
Not happening.
This shit bro. Wild, bro. It's like an Autobot out there. It's just a bunch of niggas running. Run. That's how you see it. Run. There's no more defensive stalwarts anymore. I guess you can call Lou Dort one, I guess.
Yeah, all right. I mean, yeah, bro. It's
The best big man is a 7'2", 165-pound man out there. Slender man out there.
Dominating. Told you, man. It told you he's the biggest dude on the court. And that's why I said he was going to be the most effective. And he was. You know, he out-rebounded everybody. He had 3 blocks. He was the biggest guy out there, and he played like it. Because guess what? Today's game, that's like a unicorn damn near. You know, big guy blocking shots, getting rebounds. I mean, holy smokes. So, I mean, that's what's going on, man.
That brand of basketball pissed me off, bro. Like, nobody's doing anything. Nobody. I ain't seen no plays being ran. I ain't seen no defense. I ain't seen no offensive sets. It's like the coach don't even exist.
I can't even watch this shit. Like, not through the season. But I'm gonna be back next season though. I took off because the Nets took off. Yeah.
They took all the way off. Yeah,
they
took a couple seasons off.
But I'll be back next year. But I don't sit there and even watch every game from the season anymore like I used to do.
Oh no, you can't. I can't.
I think that's mostly popular thing is you wait till after the All-Star game, then you kind of catch up to what the fuck going on now because they vying for playoff spots now, and then you watch the playoffs and then it's over. But
I really sit back and just watch what they do.
In the 90s, I used to watch from the first game
all the way
to the finals.
I couldn't miss
the whole season. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Those double headers, man, on TNT, man. Oh man, they used to hit. I used to stay up, man, try to stay up and watch that late game.
Yep. Those games used to be fire. Because they all bit something. It was Styles going against Styles. Who style can win tonight? And then the power forwards, and then you got to watch Rasheed Wallace, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, Shawn Kemp. It was so many power forwards during that time, bro.
I think it was a physical style of basketball, man. I'm gonna say this, man. Then I gotta get ready to go. But
yeah,
I think it was a physical style of basketball, man. And there's something to be said as a shout out to the fathers, and you know, Father's Day was yesterday, man. So this might speak to some of you guys, man. But as a man, you know, watching a sport, you know, like the physicality in the game, even with football, with basketball, with, you know what I'm saying, it's something that speaks to that type of energy as a man, as being a man, like, you know what I'm saying, like violence sells, you know what I'm saying? People like playing Call of Duty, people like seeing, you know what I'm saying, boxing and wrestling and, you know, physicality, you know what I'm saying? And when you take physicality out of sports and make it finesse, you know, which leans to a different type of energy. Now I want to get too deep into it. It changes the game, man, and it doesn't appeal to guys that have been watching sports that's real men that want to see people get hit, and you want to see the NBA players going to post and bang and you know what I'm saying, and dunk and you know what I'm saying, get rough and tough, and you know you want to see the over the middle hits in football, and you know what I'm saying, quarterbacks getting they, you know, getting knocked off or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Even in hockey, man, they took the fighting away, you know, like we wanted to see that, man. You want to see, you know, those hard home plate slides in baseball, man. You know what I'm saying? Where they get knocked, the catcher get knocked out and the ball pop out. They took that away from baseball. Like, they're taking physicality out of sports, bro. But that's a whole deeper subject, man. But that's what I mean, man. That's basically what I'm trying to say, man. it's a deeper topic.
Yeah,
but that's with basketball. Just going back to the point, yeah. Until you bring the physicality back to the sport, it's not going to speak to the true man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
And that's why you have a bunch of people like Halliburton that people are talking about being a superstar. Because if you put the physicality back, he look way worse than what he is. I'll tell you that now. But, man, that was Game 5. Oklahoma City wins 120-109. Yeah, I think the series is over, folks. I think we'll be calling Game 6 and the Thunder winning one of the NBA Finals, man.
You don't think they got a chance to take?
Oh, they got a chance, man, and they could make it, a 7-game series, but I think Halliburton thing is something to monitor, especially if he's hobbled going into that game.
Nothing wrong with that boy.
I don't think so, but excuses are excuses, and
hurt his feelings.
And if they get smoked, you'll start to hear some, was he at full strength stuff come out. So that's why I think it's over, bro, because I think they're going one way or the other. That's going to come up as an issue in Game 6. So
I think I'm not putting nothing past this Pacer team. They fight, and I think they're gonna fight to the very end. So, if they can take this Game 6, which they very much can in Indiana, I think that OKC will take it in Game 7. But I think they'll make a series of it and give the NBA some money. Make a 7-game series.
Could be ratings, but OKC should win this game. But hey, this has been the NBA Finals right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network with yours truly, Big Pat Sports Talk, NYG22 Unpopular Opinion Sports, and the newest crew member to the ABS Network, Mr. Shakes Montana, bringing the shake down, shaking up things around here, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast and this live play-by-play call of the NBA Finals Game 5. Thunder 120 over the 109 over the Pacers, and I believe this series is over, but it could go to Game 7. I ain't gonna be mad at it. Hey, get an extra game call out of it before we get to the dry zone of sports for a month and a half. So, anything y'all got to say before we get out of here, fellas?
Nah, man. Roll with it.
Yeah, just look out for them shows, man. And y'all like and subscribe.
And as a fact, it don't take nothing to push that button. But I'm going to push this button here, and this has been the Aboriginal Sports Network production. Peace.